Good morning and welcome. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. I am Nana Tufo Puate. Welcome to the start of a brand new week, and we pray that the good Lord who has brought us here will see us through the entire week successfully. Let me hear you say a big amen. God bless you. Now, we have an interesting show for you today. It's packed with a lot of information, entertainment, as well as excitement. But we don't want to keep it away from you. We want you to be part of the show. So kindly send us your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. Let us know what you think about the various subjects that we'll be touching on, and of course, the submissions that will be made right here in the studio. You can join us via text. Send us a message on WhatsApp. The number is on your screens right there, down there. Yes. Alternatively, you can join us on Facebook or on YouTube, where we're streaming live. Drop a comment in the chat box, and we'll be sure to read it out on the show for you. You can also interact and engage with our post on both Instagram as well as on X, and you can subscribe, follow, like, share, comment on everything that we're posting on there. We've reserved some exclusive video content for you as well on TikTok. So go there, go follow, go subscribe, go like, go share, go comment. Alrighty. Well, that said, it's a brand new week. It's Monday. Let's check out the weather forecast for today. All right, that's your daily weather forecast, an 18-hour forecast for Ghana, valid from 6 a.m. the 10th of August 2026. And in summary, the day will begin with mostly cloudy conditions, accompanied by mists of fog patches over parts of the coastal, forest, and mountainous areas. Now, during the afternoon, conditions will become variably cloudy across the southern Ghana, while the northern half will experience intervals of sunshine. Now, from late afternoon into the evening, localized thunderstorms or rain may affect parts of the middle, transition, and northern sectors. So that's the summary. And please take note that relatively cool night and early morning temperatures are expected across the country. Now, today for official folk, please note that the sea is expected to be rough. So kindly take heed and, of course, set out ready on your fishing expeditions. We'd like to say thank you to the Ghana Meteorological Agency for bringing us the daily weather forecast. And you can also follow them on X at Ghana Met. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel, Ghana Meteorological Agency. They have a WhatsApp channel as well, GhanaMeteo.agency. And you can go to TikTok and find them at Ghana_Met_official. Thank you so much to the GMET, the Ghana Meteorological Agency, for bringing us the daily weather forecast. It's valid for 18 hours as of 6 a.m. today. And please pay attention and be weather ready. Now, the literacy challenge is on. We've received hundreds of entries, and currently they are being assessed. And tomorrow, that's August 11, is a big day because the first 100 contestants will be announced tomorrow. Okay, so there's going to be a major announcement tomorrow. I just hope and pray that you did add your full contact details as we requested of you. And so if you did, and you are able to make it in the first 100 contestants, then you should be expecting a call, or you should have received one already, and then be getting ready for the second phase of the competition. That's level 2, which happens to be a written aptitude test. Okay, so the first 100 contestants will sit for the written aptitude test, which will happen on Sunday, August 16 at the British Council here in Accra at 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. British Council here in Accra. Sunday, August 16 is the level 2 of the Literacy Challenge 2026, which is an aptitude test. Now, let's remind you that you stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis, a laptop, and the bragging rights as the best student, all-rounded, outstanding student at the pre-secondary level for the year 2026. Alrighty, so join us. If you do make it into the top 100, let's meet at the British Council on Sunday, August 16, 12:30 p.m. for the aptitude test. Alrighty. Now, we want to say thank you to a number of organizations that have held us down, that have partnered and sponsored us to bring the Literacy Challenge. Recall that the Literacy Challenge is brought to you by 97.3 City FM and Channel One Television. And of course, is sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance PLC, Advocate Publishing Limited, Tema Oil Refinery Tour, and the Delhi Group. All right, so thank you to Prospectus Ghana Limited. Thank you to Advocate Publishing Limited. Thank you to SIC Insurance PLC. Thank you to the Tema Oil Refinery Tour. And thank you to the Delhi Group. We appreciate you a lot, so much. So be on the lookout for the major announcement tomorrow, August 11, where we get to announce the top 100 contestants who will sit for level 2 of the competition, which is an aptitude test at the British Council here in Accra on Sunday, August 16 at 12:30 p.m. And then, of course, after the aptitude test, we progressed into a classic quiz. Okay, so where the top 48 will be grouped into 16 groups of 3, and then we'll have a classic quiz to determine the winner. If you need more information, kindly call 0205-973-973. 0205-973-973 for all the information you need regarding the Literacy Challenge 2026. And I just want to say congratulations to all of you who sent in your entries. Absolutely brilliant essays, and you've actually made the work very difficult for us here, because a lot of work has to go into the marking and the assessment, because you guys are just fantastic. Oh, great write-ups, and we appreciate you. It gives us hope that the future indeed is bright. All right, let's now get into the This is Ghana exhibition, the only exhibition that showcases Ghana's export potential to the rest of the world. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, and you can trust that it will live up to the bill. And so on August 29 and August 30, we assemble at the Afua Sutherland Children's Park here in Accra, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day for an exhibition designed for local SMEs, startups, homegrown businesses, innovations, and indigenous corporate bodies. So if you're a Ghanaian businessman, a Ghanaian manufacturer, a Ghanaian startup, a homegrown business, if you're running an indigenous corporate body, this is the opportunity for you to exhibit and show the rest of the world what you have and, of course, what you can offer. It's on the 29th and the 30th of August 2026 at the Afua Sutherland Children's Park from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. Come and experience Ghana's ingenuity like never before. This is a one-time experience that you don't need to be told about. It's one that you need to experience, one that you need to share in. And so come to the Afua Sutherland Children's Park on the 29th and the 30th. Come and see Ghanaian ingenuity in the textile industry, fashion industry, cosmetics, clothing, toiletries, consumables, industry, manufacturing, automobiles, just name it. Just come, all right? Just come to the Afua Sutherland Children's Park on the 29th and the 30th of August 2026. And you won't regret it. For our exhibitors, please call, register, and follow up with your payment. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. The This is Ghana exhibition is brought to you by Channel One Television and supported or powered by City 97.3 FM, and it's sponsored proudly by MTN and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Please call us now, 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. If you call, you register, you make payment, and you secure your spot at the This is Ghana exhibition. We look forward to seeing you on the 29th and the 30th of August 2026, 10 a.m. To 5 p.m. each day. And we promise you a Ghanaian wow experience. All right. But prior to the end of the month, where we have the This is Ghana, in the middle of the month, where this week, by close of this week, we're bringing you the Channel One TV and the Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo. This one is for the machine lovers, the car enthusiasts, the ones who get excited when they hear the vroom, vroom, vroom. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's an auto sale and expo. 2 days of exhibition and sales of vehicles designed for your durability, stylish vehicles, luxury vehicles, but of course, strong vehicles to survive every road. So we're asking you to come discover the full range of Zonda Tech automobiles designed to deliver power, efficiency, and durability on every road. It's the Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo happening on the 13th and the 14th of August 2026. It's at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day, and it's happening at the Zonda Tech showroom at Jowulu here in Accra. So, you know, when you're on the N1, you see the showroom to your right. Yeah, that's exactly where we're going to be on the 13th and 14th of August 2026, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. Come and witness and experience power, efficiency, and durability, all put together in amazing vehicles assembled by Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. So we hope to see you on the 13th and the 14th of August 2026 at the Zonda Tech Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo. Kindly call 0205-973-973, 0205-973-973, and you can also call 0501-772-222, 0501-772-222 for more information. But please remember that the dates are 13th and 14th of August 2026. The venue is the Zonda Tech showroom at Jowulu here in Accra. The time is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And what are we doing? We are going to discover the full range of Zonda Tech automobiles designed for power, efficiency, and durability on every road. So that's the Zonda Tech showroom at Jowulu here in Accra. And we're bringing you the Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Auto Sale and Expo. We'll see you there on the 13th and the 14th. We have 3 days to go. All right. So you should be getting ready to meet us there. We'll see you. All right. Now let's get into the newspapers. Let's check out what the front pages are saying. I'm going to start off today with the Ghanaian Times newspaper. There's a major one here. It says sanitation crisis. Sanitation crisis. Expert decries low investment in waste management. Sanitation crisis. Experts decries low investment in waste management. And then, of course, the big one from last week. President Mahama names Ayariga and Zaneto as ministers. Reassigns Gilbert Ajay and Ibrahim Ahmed. So that's a big one from the mini reshuffle done by the president. Standard Chartered Bank declares 673 million cedis dividend. Pledges support for economic growth. Then you have SHS placement results to be out August 31. Sam Jonah drags Nigeria to ICC over Abuja land dispute. Sam Jonah drags Nigeria to ICC over Abuja land dispute. Now let's go to the back page. RegSeg issues 21-day ultimatum to Laboma Beach encroachers. RegSeg issues 21-day ultimatum to Laboma Beach encroachers. Minister calls for church-led development in remote areas. Minister calls for church-led development in remote areas. So that's on the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. You can walk to a newsstand near you, grab a copy, and you get the full details thereof. All right, so from the Ghanaian Times, I'm going to go to the Chronicle. The Chronicle has a picture of the Attorney General, Dominic Akuritinga Ajene. Let's find out what the story says. Which minister took the $1 million bribe? AG promises full probe into AXA Energy deal. Which minister took the $1 million bribe? AG promises full probe into AXA Energy deal. Debt restructuring gains at risk in 2027 and 2028. This is according to the IBA. Debt restructuring gains at a risk in 2027 and 2028. And that's according to the Investment Bank of Africa, IBA. Kantanka family grateful for support during Apostle Sappho's funeral. Kantanka family grateful for support during Apostle Sappho's funeral. CATS challenges DVLA's delinquency charges. CATS, that's CATS International, Consumer Advocacy CSO, if you like. CATS challenges DVLA's delinquency charges. So yeah, that's the front page. Let's go to the back page. Otumfuo to GRA, intensify public education to expand revenue base. Intensify public education to expand revenue base. That's the Asantehene Tumfo to the second, speaking to the board and management of the Ghana Revenue Authority when they paid a courtesy call on him. Varsity administrators declare nationwide strike. So yes, the Ghana Association of University Administrators, GAWA, has declared a nationwide strike of its members effective today, Monday, August 10, 2026. Let's take a quick look at the scripture for today. Exodus 23, verse 8. And you shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds the clear-sighted and subverts the cause of those who are in the right. Exodus 23, 8. And you shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds the clear-sighted and subverts the cause of those who are in the right. May the Lord add his blessings to the reading of his word. Let's go to the Herald. Herald says, Doomsaw era $1 million bribery allegation haunts NPP and NDC politicians. State key witness in Maslow case faced 107 million cedis NSS stealing charges. Godfred Dame, others created credibility gaps around Sedina Tamaklo's prosecution. U.S. bribery conviction raises questions over access rise in Ghana from Beko's 370 megawatts to 1,500 megawatts. Gold Board's operations repeatedly fallen victim to fraud. Millions of Ghana cedis involved. Hinos Energy targets 30 drive-through LPG cylinder outlets nationwide. So that's the Herald newspaper for today. The Custodian is here. Another foreign bribery scandal hits NDC. Another foreign bribery scandal hits NDC. Rushed cocoa bill will hurt farmers, NPP warns. National security protects Kevin Taylor in Ghana, Martin Kpebu reveals. Coca is our best bet for Ashanti NPP chair, Efija Kwabre North MP, speaking there. So that's the Custodian newspaper. If you go to the back page, it says 51.7 billion cedis on fuel tops Ghana's 2024 imports. That's according to GSS data. That's the Ghana Statistical Services 2025 Annual International Merchandise Trade Statistics Report. And then you have Standard Chartered Bank declares 673.48 million cedis dividend. So that's the custodian newspaper. Let's check out the News Center. News Center says, fiscal discipline at the expense of lives and development. Government cancels 1,800 projects, delays 2,000 more. Roads, schools, hospitals, water and electricity affected. Who are the receivers of over $50 million holy rain? That's a question on the front page today of the News Center newspaper. New cocoa bill inimical to farmers. That's the NPP speaking. Cedi appreciation cuts ECG's losses by 12 billion cedis in 2025. DVLS late license renewal charges illegal. That's according to CATS International. So that's the News Center newspaper. And go to the back page. Standard Chartered Bank Ghana declares 673.48 million cedis dividend. Forex reserves remain strong at $12.9 billion. That's according to the BOG governor. And new measures to ease Tema Port congestion. New measures to ease Tema Port congestion. Hopefully these measures are efficient and they materialize, because the increasing traffic on that stretch all the way from the Nungwa Junction Mall through the Beach Road, going to, the MSC shipyard, container yard, all the way through the runabout that takes you to Committee 3. That place is congested. The trucks are just sitting there with the containers on them. Okay, so yes, the GAPOA people should do something to help. All right, Daily Guide is where I'm going next. Front page says, Atoforsen opens new military facilities, applauds Unique Development Limited. Atoforsen opens new military facilities, applauds Unique Development Limited. Jonah Capital takes Nigeria to ICC over $500 million Abuja land. AG Ghana leaders train 250 pastors in the Gambia. So that's Assemblies of God Ghana leaders train 250 pastors in the Gambia. Wontumi files for bail pending appeal. Wontumi files for bail pending appeal. Goldfields must stay. This according to Huniso Youth. So the youth of Huniso wants Goldfields to stay. Okay, that's according to the Daily Guide. Let me now take you to the Ghanaian Publisher. Ghanaian Publisher says, Ato commissions Butler Barracks, applauds Unique Development Company. Cocoa bill will hurt farmers. NPP wants Mahama. Sam Jonah drags Nigeria to international arbitration over $500 million Abuja land dispute. MP rally support for Coca. Archbishop on Galamsey. Pray for Ghana's water bodies and lands. So that's the Ghanaian Publisher. Let's do the New Publisher now. New Publisher. Bebu speaks truth to power. Mahama worse than Akufo-Addo on free speech. $1 million chop bribery scandal. Ghana and US hand fugitives after ex-store boss conviction. New cocoa board law will hurt farmers, as according to the NPP. 2 brothers arrested over couple shooting. So that's in the New Publisher. Let's now go online real quick, real snappy. Let's bring you some stories making it to our web portals. I'm going to start off with channel1newsonline.com. channel1newsonline.com. OSP provided significant assistance in conviction of former TOR MD Asante Beko. OSP provided significant assistance in conviction of former TOR MD Asante Beko. Gold Board buys $9.4 billion worth of gold and records $5.5 billion in inflows. Okay. Galamsey pit collapse claims 3 lives at Odumase Santenso. Government awaits high-yield tomato seed report to boost production. Gold Board profiling artisanal and small-scale gold miners nationwide. That's according to Sami Jamfi. Mahama's Galamsey fight drives Gold Board's forest reclamation plan. Again, Sami Jamfi speaking there. Mahama won't hesitate to reassign underperforming ministers. Inusa Fuseni there. CATS demands probe into DVLA's escalating license charges. Huniso and surrounding communities reject call to halt Goldfields lease renewal. Government must prioritize debt repayment and essential services. Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, the Vice President, speaking there. A sad one here. Asante Mampong, NPP parliamentary hopeful, Nanaya dies at 41. Fuel subsidy and cedi stability shielded Ghanaians from global oil shocks. That's according to the GSS. And NPP Mion constituency chairman resigns. Let's jump to citynewsroom.com real quick. We'll protect the cedi and sustain economic stability. That's according to the governor of the BOG. OSP provided key evidence in U.S. conviction of former TOR MD Asante Beko. 10 major changes the new cocoa board bill brings to Ghana's cocoa sector. ECG announces 4-day power outage in parts of Accra East. Freight forwarders demand strict enforcement of 720 Ghana cedis container charge cap. Sami Jemfi says decades of poor mining regulation worsened Galamsey crisis. Again on Galamsey, gold board to support reclamation of 3 forest reserves in 2027. 7.1 tons of gold board purchased gold refined locally in 2026. This is according to Sami Jemfi. And don't assent to cocoa board bill, seek broader consultation, NPP to Mahama. And the Archbishop Duncan Williams calls for prayers as Galamsey threatens water bodies and food security. So I'd like for you to go online real quick, citynewsroom.com, as well as channel1newsonline.com to get all the details there. You can also download the Channel 1 News app from the Play Store, and you're good to go. You have all the news right there on your device. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll return shortly with the news review segment.
In part 2 of our special series on stress management, we go beyond recognizing stress to discovering practical habits, healthy boundaries, and daily choices that restore balance and bring lasting peace. Whether your stress comes from work, family, finances, or personal expectations, this conversation is for you.
Welcome to Lifeline, my dear friend. Research shows that chronic stress is silently affecting millions, emotionally, mentally, and physically. But resilience means learning how to bend without breaking. And with the right mindset, support, and faith, you can rise stronger through life's pressures. What daily habits can we cultivate that will help us to manage stress well?
I said you could sit in the office and do it. You could also play some music.
Okay.
You can read Bible verses that encourage you or strengthen your faith. You can think about great things that happened in the past.
Lifeline airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
The Community Tracker is a parliamentary accountability project, a collaborative initiative between Channel 1 TV and the African Center for Parliamentary Affairs. Serving as an evidence-based project, Community Tracker documents and assesses development projects across constituencies in Ghana. The initiative includes the development of an attractive database map that identifies and tracks infrastructure projects, making information publicly available and promoting greater accountability. The program empowers communities to identify their priority development needs, monitor project implementations, and hold duty bearers accountable for the delivery of public services. It provides visibility for members of parliament who are delivering tangible development outcomes in their constituencies. Through the tracking and documentation of constituency-level projects, the program seeks to strengthen accountability in public infrastructure delivery while giving communities a meaningful voice in evaluating the impact of development interventions. The Community Tracker airs on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. with repeat broadcasts on Tuesdays 11 a.m. and Saturdays 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creators, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality, connect with industry leaders and innovators, experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205 973 973 or 0558 973 973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel One TV with support from City FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank and MTN. This is Ghana Exhibition 2026, celebrating Ghana, showcasing excellence.
Hello there. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. I am Nana Tufo Boateng. It's time for the news review segment where we get to have a conversation on some topical issues. Our guests are in studio. They bring their perspectives to these matters, but we're always excited to extend an invitation to you to join us with your thoughts, your comments, and your own submissions. Let us know what you think about the subjects that we will be discussing, as well as the perspectives that our guests bring to these matters. Join us via text. You can send a message to WhatsApp. The number is on your screens. Alternatively, join us on Facebook or on YouTube. We're streaming live there. Drop a comment in the chat box and we'll do our best to read them out for you. Let me say good morning to Elvis Darkon. Elvis Darkon is the editor of the News Center newspaper, as well as the web portal newscenter.com. Elvis, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you. We have the resident country director of International Investments LLC, Ibrahim Ajay, also joining us in studio. Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Alhamdulillah. How are you, Nana Tufo?
Very well, thank you. Good. I hope the weekend was good.
Yes, good. Yes.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Muted,
great stuff.
but good.
Great stuff. All righty. So we're going to go straight into our conversations, and the president sent us off into an interesting weekend with a mini reshuffle. And I say mini because some were reassigned and then some new nominations made. So Gilbert Ajay, who was at Wexenhausen, has been moved to defense, which has been vacant for over a year following the unfortunate passing of Dr. Edward Omane Boama, God rest his soul. And then we've had Ahmed Ibrahim move from local government, chieftaincy and religious affairs, and he now goes to Wexenhausen. The majority leader, Mahama Yariga, has been nominated Minister Designate for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. And then the Member of Parliament for Korle Klottey, Dr. Zeneto Agyeman Rawlings, has been nominated as a Minister Designate for Environment, Science and Technology. So we're going to have a conversation on this, and I'll start with you, Elvis. Did you see this coming?
Well, in terms of the appointment, the defense minister, I know obviously one day to be appointed. But the Ayariga and the reshuffle, that I didn't say it can go. I think it was doing a good job
As leader.
as leader for the government. So as for that one, I didn't really envisage that Ayariga will be changed so fast. That one. But that's for the defense ministry. It was obvious that we needed somebody there. And obviously, I think the president did what he was supposed to do. For me, as I always say, appointing people to certain institutions, I always have my concerns. I don't see how somebody who knows next to nothing about defense security is the head of the defense ministry. I think that we have a lot of people who have served this country in such capacities and have retired or are even not retired, but in capable positions to be defense minister for this country. We live in a very volatile sub-region. And if you are living in a very volatile sub-region, you must really not play with your security. I think in this Fourth Republic, I think one of the best appointees was Joseph Henry Smith by President North. This was somebody who has served with what we call great experience in the military and has all that it takes, and then became defense minister. That's the kind of appointment I always will appreciate going to sectors like that. So for me, sending a civilian to go there and the deputy is also a civilian. And so I ask myself, how is this person going to understand matters of security when the heads of the various security agencies are pushing certain things? How does this person who knows next to nothing to security?
I know he served as deputy in Mahama 1.
Doesn't
Deputy
matter.
Defense Minister.
It's really, I'm talking, what's his track record in service in terms of security? What's his track record?
No, I don't think he's had any stint.
So that's the point. So
military or-
this idea that I've always said that if the constitution says that it's only a lawyer who can be attorney general, it's only a lawyer who can be attorney general, that should tell us that there are key areas that we just should not even appoint just anyone. We appoint somebody to go to health ministry. The person knows nothing about health. For me, one of the reasons I think our development is struggling is because of this kind of appointments to key institutions where the person will have final say in that institution has no idea, next to nothing about the sector, but is the minister and is the one who will have final say on issues when it comes to the sector. And for me, I always express this view that if we want to make progress, let's begin to put the real technocrats in charge of this institution. Because if the technocrats are at the bottom or below the minister, who are seeing things from a professional point of view, do all their work, and the minister has the power to say, this I will implement or this I will not implement. To me, it makes nonsense of the expertise of all the professionals who are in charge of those institutions. And so for me, I always say it. I don't have anything personal against Gilbert Eje, but I always say that there are critical institutions. We must look for professionals with proven track record to head it, not just appointing anybody because our party is in power and then we decide who should go somewhere. To me, I don't agree. As I said, this sub-region that we are in is very volatile. A lot is happening around us. We say we are safe, but our safety is quite something that we should be worried about. I was asking friends over the weekend, we were discussing an issue. I said, if anybody asks me, are you scared that terrorist groups can enter Ghana? My answer is yes. Because I know how porous our borders are. And I know how people can easily infiltrate this country anyhow. And I need people to sit down and be planning and deciding how to protect our borders. And then we go and bring somebody to head such a critical institution. The person is not a technocrat. It has no proven track record in that field.
But he was an MA in peace, security, and intelligence.
Please, that program that anybody can do. You see, when we say proven track record, it's not about people. People who have worked for years in that industry have demonstrated that when they were working, they did things that people can easily point to that, hey, when this person was in service, these are the person's achievements, these are the person's records. That is what I'm talking about. Anybody can go to a Kofi Annan center and go and take security. And they are, even in this, are the people who have that qualification. There are even in this out there, I know people here who have that qualification. It is not the issue. I'm talking about people, when somebody comes to put an issue before you, you can easily understand it because you really have a deeper understanding of the issue. It's not about paper qualification. And this is why we have the problems. We always think that paper qualification is what matters. No. Paper qualification is just paper. If you put the problem to the paper, it can't solve the problem. You need the person's track record and years of experience. And what the person has shown that I can do. That is what the person you make a head of such institution. So for me, to be frank with you, what we've done, is it, if I'm here, government will come and says, it's making Dr. Kwesi Enim the defense minister or the interior minister, I'll clap for the person because the man has done so much work in the field, so much research. He actually goes around the world to actually train and educate people and impact knowledge. If you look at Dr. Kwesi Enim's track record in that field in terms of intelligence and security, he might not be a military or policeman, but the man has a deep understanding of how these things happen. So if somebody comes to point and say, I'm making Dr. Kwesi Enim defense minister or interior minister, I'll clap for the person because I know that the man has demonstrated proven track record. So it is not about you holding the paper. If he has MA, what is the proven track record? Show me one research paper that is done about security in the sub-region.
Right.
And things. So it's not only about, I've gone to this school and I have the paper. It's about what have you demonstrated. So for me, I think that it's not something that I will talk much about. Exanator, fine. But that ministry is a ministry that when you go to, you struggle these days because of the issue of Galamsey. It's a very important ministry all around the world, climate change, environment, and all those, very important ministry. But the point is, as a country, we don't even allocate any much budget to that particular institution to do their work. And secondly, the way we are handling Galamsey makes it difficult for you if you're a minister of that sector because the politicians are not willing to fight the Galamsey. The thing is so deep and the politicians are neck deep into it. So if you're a minister in that sector, you want to make sure that you fight the thing, you find a lot of fight a lot of obstacles on your way because it's your own people who are some of the kingpins. Because once you are in government, the kingpins of Galamsey will always be people who are related to the government. So for her, I think that there are so many issues about climate change, the environment. There are a lot of issues she will deal with. But I don't think that we are devoting a lot of budget to that institution the way we have to. So maybe, in terms of the Galamsey issue in Ghana, she will struggle. But maybe for other aspects of the ministry, she may make some progress. But I think I'm happy. I always think that she's one of the young females that I always believe that should be in government because if you look at since she became MP, how she has conducted herself, the things she has done I think that she deserves to be in government. And for somebody who is a medical doctor, I would have wished that she's at the health ministry, not environment. So you see, she has a field she can really do well if she's made a health minister. But for political reasons, somebody else the health minister. And we are sending somebody with the background and the ability to handle and understand the issues of health better. We are sending that person like that to the environment. So we are getting our priorities wrong in this country when it comes to appointment to institutions. And that's why we all complain that institutions are not working. Because, you see, they will make the argument they are the supervisors. They ask myself, what are you supervising? You have no idea about what you are supposed to supervise. Though the political argument, the minister are just supervisors, the technocrats at the place. My brother, if you are not knowledgeable in what you are supervising, the question, what are you supervising? Because if I bring the information to you, I'm even deceiving you. How do you get to know that I'm lying to you? Because you don't have the knowledge there. So this argument that politicians that, it is just administrative position, you are just a supervisor. How can you supervise something that you don't have you don't have knowledge about?
Right.
How do you supervise? How well can you supervise a sector that your knowledge is very shallow? You have a shallow knowledge, or you have no knowledge at all, and then you have technocrats all around you. How are you supervising them? Supervising in what way? When you yourself, when they put the information before you, you don't even understand what they mean. in detail. How, then what are you supervising? If the people have even made a mistake in what they've given you, or if they deliberately for their personal gains are not telling you the truth, how are you able to tell when you yourself, you don't have any deep knowledge in the sector?
Right. All right, Elvis. Let me go to Ibrahim on his initial reactions to the nominations, and then what key expectations you have of these ministers.
Thank you, Nana Tufo, good morning.
Good morning.
To Elvis and yourselves and our viewers.
Right.
I'll address the question directly. But when Elvis was telling us about putting in square pegs
in round holes,
it took me back to 2015. The same then President Mahama. Do you remember when he appointed Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando, the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources? Remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember what he put on his CV during the vetting? Dining hall prefect. And he was asked at the vetting. That was Ukai, you remember?
I do not very well.
And then he was asked at vetting.
What is the position he's held?
I'm coming. It goes to what Elvis is saying. I want to make the point before I address your substantive question about round pegs and
square pegs
and round holes. The Deputy Kwabena Minta Akando said that his experience in organizing meals lends itself to the portfolio of the Minister or Deputy Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. He was later forced to remove it from his CV. But it tells you something about the caliber. There are some very good ministers within the government. Let me put that on record in terms of their ability to deliver. Let's put that there. It's not like everybody is bad. But there are certain key positions which require the competent people. So let's go to Gilbert Adjei, Honorable Gilbert Adjei, my namesake. He was previously, at Ministry of Defense from 2015 to 2017. But let's look at his track record at Works and Housing. At Works and Housing, you had the Saglemi Housing Project. In February 2025, when he was appointed, he said the thing will move, we'll restructure it. And remember, Saglemi was the baby of John Mahama. It wasn't Professor Mills, John Mahama, promising some, is it 5,000 units or something? I can't remember the figure.
Yes, 5,000.
5,000 units. They then scaled it down to 1,500 without parliamentary approval. They received $250 million. This relates to Gilbert Adjei, so I'm giving you the backstory. They received $250 million. This is NDC. John Mahama won. 98% of that budget was exhausted. But meanwhile, hold on, you'd said that you reduced it from 5,000 housing units to 1,500 without parliamentary approval. Collins Dada was implicated. It was put on trial. And then, John Mahama just cleared him through the Attorney General.
Did he just clear him?
Well, I'm just putting it out there. I'm being provocative. But is it only prosequi or what have you?
Yeah.
$250 million has gone. Poof. And nothing happened. Nothing has happened.
$200 million.
$200 million.
Yeah.
$200 million. And nothing has happened.
Nothing?
Oh, tell me, where are the houses? Where are the units? This now relates to why I'm bringing Gilbert Adjei. He came in there February 2025 saying the thing will move within a short while. 13 months down the line, nothing has happened. What they then did was they said that the public-private construct that President Akufo-Addo then put together to see the thing through wouldn't work. That's what they said when they came to power, NDC. Now you've gone back to that same old thing. I'm talking under Gilbert Adjei's tenure. Something you said wouldn't work that President Akufo-Addo had introduced, that you'll find ways to get the project that they started and failed. Admittedly, we couldn't continue it, given some of the economic financing that I just mentioned to you. 98% of the budget is gone, and you want another government to come in and correct your mistakes. And the profligacy, quote unquote, the corruption that was never investigated. So his track record on works and housing, we need to investigate it.
You know, if you go on this tangent, then the NDC also will come in
Sure.
and say that you had 8 years to complete SAGLEMI and you did not.
Yes.
You even announced this public-private partnership agreement and would not know what became of that before you left.
It's a fair question to ask, but you have to place the responsibility where it is. You cannot tell me that I failed to actually deliver. I'm talking the MPP government, where across other sectors we were delivering. You came, there's a budget, $200 million. You consume 98% of that budget.
But that was before Gilbert Ajay.
I understand. I'm linking it. Is it not part of government? Are we not in the reset agenda?
We are.
So then it's part of Gilbert Ajay that you're reset. They've been in power for 19 months now. Gilbert Ajay was there for 13 months plus. What did you do? I know they did some coastal defense at Commander, which was completed. So I say ayeko to him. Let's give credit where it's
credit is
due.
due. Yeah.
So on that side, I will score him plus marks for the Commander coastal defense that under his tenure was completed. But because I'll give you a credit here, I should keep mute about where there are deficits, which cost us money on that issue. Again, he's now back at the Ministry of Defense. He was there beforehand.
Yeah, as deputy.
And we know the track record of this government at that ministry. We want to see what he can do. Because the question's being asked is, why did it take President Mahama a whole year, 12 months to appoint a substantive? The deputy is there, Ernest Jemfi Broja is there, but they say that he has inexperience. Look, link it to what Elvis
Who
said.
says?
The commentators.
Okay.
Because
right.
think, you have a deputy. Why is it that Ato Forson should take over? Think about it. He's the Minister of Finance. And interestingly, the Ghana Armed Forces, their budget increased by 69% this budget reading. Under Ato Forson, look at the linkage. The Minister of Finance increases the budget by 69%. It's 10.2 billion cedis, if you want the figure. So we've got to ask ourselves that Mr. Ajay, Honorable Ajay, is going to a ministry that is not performing. Let me give you some of the figures why I say they are not performing. You remember November 12th, 2025. What happened? Elwak Stadium. 6 people died. You had 60,000 applications coming in. And you have to ask, what is the rationale, NDC government, to accommodate or accept or allow 60,000 applications? 20,000 were being processed at Elwak, no proper cordoning, no proper, how can I call it, partitioning or selecting a framework where people can come in and then do that. You had a stampede, uncoordinated, at Elwak. 6 Ghanaians died. Now look at the figure. What is the total personnel of GAF, Ghana Armed Forces? Do you know? Let me tell you. It's 15,500. Go to their website now. In total. 10,000 Army, 2,000 Navy, and then you have the Air Force, 2,000. The Navy is 2,000 to 3,000. It gives a figure. In total, we have 15,500, our standing army, across the 3 main sectors, Army, Navy, and Air Force. 15,500. And you were looking for 4,000 places. I'm talking John Mahama, President Mahama. You were recruiting 4,000 additional personnel. And you accepted 60,000. This is the ministry of which Honorable Ajay was part of, that is going back to. So we have to ask the question that this ministry of which he was a part in the first time, is it performing? What kind of Ghana are we running? When a whole ministry, through whatever agenda it had, because people paid to apply. Was it not 250 cities or something? I can't remember the figure.
I'm not sure
I'll Google it
figure,
later.
yeah.
I'll fact check myself. Do you get me? 250 cities times 60,000. NDC should come and answer questions.
But
now,
recruitment was more of interior ministry than defense. Was it
Ministry of Interior?
Yes.
I think you should check
It was
that.
more of the Interior
I think
Ministry than Defense.
I think you should check it.
No, the one that
It's always Ministry. It's Ghana Armed
No,
Forces.
I'm saying that the recruitment process, was it under the auspices of the
military have
defense?
their own different from the interior. Military is
It's
not under
GAF.
interior.
Right.
The military have their separate,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then interior has the immigration, the police, and
Fire
the
service
service.
and-
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah, this is
Right.
for the Ghana Armed
Armed
Forces.
Right.
So, interestingly, I'm talking the NDC government,
Hmm.
knowing your standing army size, 15,500, you know also how much you want to recruit,
Mm-hmm.
4,000 people, but you allow 60,000 because you're on a money-making spree. And we're hoping that when Honorable Gilbert Ajay gets there, he can maybe rectify some of the things that are happening there. Because, as I mentioned, their budget has also been increased by 69%. They said for retooling, that's the word they used. Ghanaians don't need your semantics, the words. Tell us what the so-called retooling is for. Tell us. Give us an audit. It's 10.2 billion Ghana cedis that we have increased. Honorable Ato Forson, as the Minister of Finance, as the, the
Caretaker,
acting
Defense
caretaker,
Minister.
approved that figure. This is where we need to do an audit. Is it contracts? Because why can't you expand the workforce properly with this kind of increase? So Honorable Gilbert Ajay has some work to do at that ministry, clearly. I use this background to give us an idea. When I say his background, his track record at Works and Housing. I'm using Saglemi as a point. I mentioned Comenda just to balance my submission there. But clearly, there are issues at the Ministry of Defense. And it tells you that the government doesn't give it the necessary attention that it should.
Really?
Yes. I'm not,
You
because
just mentioned that the budget has been increased.
and for what? Have they told us what it's for? Is it for buying and kitty so they can have jollof?
This is defense. You can understand that it has national security.
I understand
implications.
that, but I'm saying let us understand what it is for, because it is too opaque.
Very well.
And as Ghanaians, we should know what our money is being used for. We cannot always, under the umbrella of national security, fail to account for our stewardship. To tell us that you've bought this amount of, equipment, this amount of uniforms,
Yeah.
you've allocated to building accommodation and what have you, that is not national security data that needs to be kept away from the people. You cannot just, couch it under retooling. And then we wonder, why is it that Ghana is not, in fact, having the resources to actively develop across board? Elvis' newspaper has just reported this morning, that over 2,000 projects cutting across health, sanitation, accommodation have been removed. Is that not the case, Elvis?
1,800.
That's report.
Government says they cannot fund it. Either cannot fund it or does not want to fund it. It does not want to fund those things that will
It's
impact the
actually
lives.
cancelled 1,800
And
and then
delayed
delaying the
Another
funding for
2,000.
another two. So in all 3,800 projects
Yes.
affected.
So if you have money for defense, which you're not even telling us what it is for, an increase of 69%. Meanwhile, your recruitment is static. It's not like you can't say that this money, a chunk of it, is going towards recruitment because the figures are there. A recruitment process that was so flawed that 6 Ghanaians died under your watch because you were chasing money. 15,000 people, but you're looking for 60,000 applications. So Honorable Gilbert Ajay has work to do at the ministry.
Right.
I know for the second round, other points that I have, I want to keep it
Very well.
in my. Well, I want to keep one bullet in the chamber. So when Elikam comes in,
One in the chamber.
yeah, one
I
is
like
in the
that.
chamber. So once Elikam fires his submission,
well.
that chamber will come out, and I will do the military needful.
Very well.
And I'll blast his comment out of the water.
Very well. Elikem Kotoko is a Deputy National Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, NDC. Elikem, good morning.
Good morning, my
I
brother.
trust you're well.
I'm doing very well.
Right. Gilbert Ajay is going to Defense Ministry, Zaneto Rollins for Environment, leader, Mahama Yariga, for local government, Ahmed Ibrahim, works and housing. Quick thoughts.
Yes, thank you very much and good morning to everybody. Indeed, I, among many other people, understood and appreciate what President Mahama is doing as the president. He also demonstrated that he was deliberate about honoring the memory of the gallant eight who we lost, which included two cabinet ministers, Dr. Edward Kofi Omani-Boamah and Dr. Mohamed Murtala. And so he waited for a year. Interestingly, on the eve of the appointment, which was the day of the memorial, I recall I was in the studio where I did make mention that I was certain that even the next day, a reshuffle or appointment could be made, and that happened. Yes, Mr. Kenneje, moving to the Ministry of Defense. It's a laudable one, of course. Indeed, he comes across as one very smooth operator who doesn't talk much, who also carries himself well, disciplined as well. And so I am happy that he's also been reassigned to that place. Reason being that it also tells you that, unlike in the past where we have a president tell us that the kind of load of work that he had to do was so enormous that he needed 125 ministers or even more to do so. He was just being a lazy leader who failed to appreciate the kind of work he was expected to do and was just appointing and rewarding loyalists for no reason on the back of the public purse. And today, people who had over 125 ministers are suddenly talking about funds. And I wish my brother was able to even just advise President Nado to cut his ministries or his appointments by half. Do you know how much that would have saved us? Far more than even the figures that he's churning out today over recruitment. And not forgetting that there has never been any recruitment exercise which has been done where the processes did not involve application or purchasing of application forms. Maybe in the past, at a point in time, Ghanaians were not even hearing recruitment. We only heard clandestinely that people were being recruited and were being trained, etc. But if government intends to be very transparent and follow due process, my brother, when you are doing recruitment and you give an opening date and a closing date, if 100 million people are applying, what do? Will you say that if within the first day you get even 15,000 people applying, because you need 15,000, you should close it? I mean, this is basic. Even companies, private companies that open for vacancies, leave room, give a opening date and a closing date, after which you vet the people. And so I don't see what has been done wrong here. We may raise a concern which could be of a national discussion as to whether people or applicants should be paying for the process, because they are going to be trained as even national assets. That is a different discussion on its own. But to make it look as though you knew you were going to recruit 15,000 and you took in 16,000, unfortunately, it doesn't cut. Anybody who is watching and listening knows so well that processes such as that, you cannot have a profit motive in your mind to do such. We were in this country when a certain man also told us that his priority of priorities was to build a cathedral, and private funds were going to be used. Today, as we speak, a certain fugitive finance minister dipped his hands into public purse and spent money to dig a hole that became a pond. Disgracefully, none of the people who belong to that party have said a word about that criminal act. There were people who were supposed men of God who had various contradictory identities who were involved in what many would actually refer to as money laundering today, but they are walking free. And so there's been a lot of rot that occurred. And so I do not think that we should be going that way. But Dr. Zanetor, also for Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, with her background as well, I think it is also very well placed. And there has been quite a few concerns about her appointment ever since the NDC took over. I think that the most recent was by lawyer Atoguba.
The former Supreme Court.
And so it also tells everybody that delays are not denials. And after all, it tells you again that President Mahama has not even entered half of his tenure, but has made an appointment. And therefore, I would again commend Dr. Zanetor. Her demeanor, her posturing, etc., all this while has paid off as well too. Don't forget that she is no less a person. The daughter of the founder of the party, a female lawmaker, politician, and a lawmaker as well, who is a member of parliament in the Greater Accra region, who traces her route, the patrilineal route, to the Volta region, a stronghold of the NDC, and whose mum also is traced to Ashanti region, another stronghold of the NPP. And then his father loved across this country in the entire northern sector, etc. So her appointment, as well as that of reassignment of Ken Ejay, is a master stroke. I don't want to give you examples of what happened in the past where some of the things were just continuous rewards. Then the reassignment of leader of government business, Honorable Yariga, to Ministry of Local Government. I believe that is equally also a very solid appointment, because he has that experience and capacity to be able to handle where he's been put to. Then the last one is Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, another very fantastic gentleman who undoubtedly will have no problems where he's been sent to. But again, you see, it tells you that so a government can function with 60 appointments, or even less, or even 50. But we're in this country and we were told that 125 was what was needed to solve Ghana's problem. But rather, that 125 deepened our woes, and by the time they were leaving office, we became classified by the IMF as a junk economy. So if even we should be asking for clarity, asking for accountability, etc., we should be asking for a total refund for more than 50 to 60 appointees or ministers of the erstwhile Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo administration. But regardless, the people of Ghana decided that they all saw that. And that is why I take a lot of solace when in some of the submissions, because I do not think there's a need to make so much hue and cry about it, because the Ghanaian who is watching us today know very well what they witnessed just 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago. Like I told you, where, for instance, you flew all the way to Israel to go and buy a stone to come and bury. I don't even know if that stone is still there in that fish pond, buried there. I don't know if we paid duty on that. We flew it in a plane and brought it here. And men of God were involved. They were deceived anyways. They were deceived by the architect of this whole National Cathedral in President Nana Addo, who said that it was a dream he had, or a promise he made to God. Which church he attends, we don't even know. But we all followed it. As we speak today, close to a whopping $100 million was buried over there. And they are proud to be talking about accountability today. And so the Ghanaian who is watching knows very well what we witnessed in some few years ago. And I am so convinced that they are happy with the discipline, the decorum with which the current administration is handling things. And you can understand the fact that there are no scandals to blow and anything really to pinpoint. At a point too, they were like, how can you be running the country without a substantive defense minister? How can you get it? And so these things will come anyways. But regardless, commendations to all the people who have been reassigned and are appointed. And to President Mahama for walking the talk and demonstrating that with such few numbers, this country can really run effectively.
Right. Kojo from Peki says, good morning, Nana. Mr. Ibrahim Ajay is complaining about Saglemi, which they did nothing about in the 8 years. He should give us a break. Was Nitu a military officer? That's the question he's asking. And this one says, retooling the armed forces budget policy is presented by the professionals and not the minister. All right. Always, these appointments and reassignments has also affected leadership in parliament. James Agalga has now been nominated as the leader of the majority side. Quick thoughts on James Agalga taking over from Mahama Ayariga.
Well, that is a party issue. So I think maybe the party thinks that the agenda they want to prosecute, maybe Agalga is the best person to prosecute it. So probably maybe, because some also, and I was also of the view that if Ayariga was being supported by Dafia Mekpo and Ayariga is going somewhere, why not elevate Dafia Mekpo to them? But as I said, it's a party decision because the party will be looking at how they want to drive government business in parliament and probably thinks that Agalga is best placed to drive government's agenda in parliament, for which reason they will want to choose him as Agalga is one of the most, I think he's one of the senior people in the NDC front in parliament currently. So probably they might have it. But as I said, I think Ayariga was doing a great job in parliament so far. But the president found that maybe going to the local ministries, government ministries, far better for him. And I probably, maybe Ayariga himself may believe that he rather will want to go and work at the local government. Ayariga, he was former interior, deputy interior minister or something.
Deputy, yeah.
And I think they follow him for his public discourse and the rest. Yeah, but see, handling the business of government in parliament, for now, you may not need to have that kind of a negotiator, because now the government has absolute majority in parliament. Yeah. So whatever they want to go pass through in parliament is easy for them to do now. So for me, as I said, for parliamentary leadership changes, normally is a decision of party that this is the way we want things to be done. And you remember how the previous leadership before this one were removed, because the party took a decision that, look, at this point we think that these guys must go and another group must go. So that one is it. In terms of the Saglam, I think Ibrahim has just given it, but I think that the information I have and I know and I verified is that the current government is continuing with the previous government's decision to get a private partner to go and complete the project. And they've even signed on to the project, and it's only left with official government announcement. And I think it's a good thing, because the amount of money there to go and complete the project, the government currently is struggling with revenue. And that is why they have cancelled 1,800 projects that they can't find the money to continue. And they are suspending another 2,000. So for me, if government can even find, even those ones that are being cancelled or suspended, if rather than cancelling it or suspending it, because these programs actually go to the heart of life across the whole country. If there are projects that private people can be made to complete it, and if government find money later, government can pay them or complete it and actually operate. And for instance, if you are building a school in a very good place and you don't have money to complete, somebody wants to run a school as a private person, why not let the person rather complete the project and run it as a school, and at the percentage of work that government has done before the person took over become government's share in the school, so that at least we don't have a lot of projects littered around, because we have too many uncompleted government projects around. These are public money, and you see, cancelling and delaying, what it means is that the project will deteriorate to a point that maybe another government will come and say, we think we should continue this project. But that time, the deterioration cost is too much. And that's why I've always said that if like NDPC is in charge, and we say if you don't have money, don't start a new project. If you start every project, complete it before you start a new one. We will stop. Look, we have put public money in so many projects that are just around. If you drive across Ghana, sometimes you weep for yourself. Some of them are completed, it's only left with painting, or some of the painting has been done, it's only receiving furniture. I saw one on social media just last week, a guy who went to the school, and he said this school building was completed as far back as 2016. 2016, that the project was completed. I And the only thing that's left is to put furniture in the building, and then the kids will go there. Remember, the kids are going to school in some dilapidated building. And for over 10 years that we have completed the building, painted it to painted, whole night school, painted and everything, and the building is rotting away. So I believe that completing Saglema with a private sector arrangement, I think is the best. In fact, if government can do more of that to deliver housing for the people, I think it's helpful. I think the Saglema story has not been told, apart from the fact that the part of the money we are saying cannot be accounted for. I've gone to look at the design of Saglema. Nana is one of the best, if the complete Saglema work, it's one of the best environments you want to stay. They have huge underground channel for water. The way they've designed the place, the design is super. If we complete Saglema, it will become like a project that we want to replicate in other regions because of the way it's designed, the concept, and how we think an environment where people will live in mass numbers should look like. So now I know that the current government is continuing with the project with the same arrangement of a private sector company. And I know that at the ministry, my information is that there's this tag of war, something that the government should rather look for money to go and complete it, because some people have interest to be the one to take over the project. But the government says the private person can find money and complete it, and government's money need to become government share. And the houses are sold. It's shared per everybody's investment in the project. It's better than going to look for, because the project there per the previous government calculation, we need over $114 million, $140 million to be able to complete what is on the land now for people to be able to inhabit the place. We need over $140 million. This is the government really is looking for money to do so many other things. So the Saglema is going to be continued. And then Helicam said something that some government didn't advertise. It's not true. See, what they are doing is the same thing the government did that time. They also advertise, have so much numbers, and they say that they won't advertise for recruitment again. Then those who actually passed will be recruited. The current government are taking the same position. So it's not that what we do policy about. The government is saying that they have over 90,000 who are qualified now. But within the 4 years, they have increased the recruitment from 20 to 40,000. So all those who are qualified will be recruited year after year. It means that subsequent years, there's not going to be any advertisement for any recruitment. So sometimes, let's look at the reality. How do you have 90,000 people qualified? They pass through all the process. And then you say that, now I want to go and open the portal for more people to come. Then those who qualified, how did you even qualify them? So you see, we should just accept that we are overwhelmed with youth and unemployment. And
that's where the real
issue is. That's overwhelmed. Because if you have over 500,000 applying to join the security, that is scary. In a small country of 30-something million, and over 500,000 young people want to join your security services. Do we want to become a police state? No. But they are all trying to join because there's a huge problem of unemployment for the youth. So, whether I like it or not, if we open portal next year, we may get another 200,000 people applying. Either this is those who have already qualified. So let's be realistic when it comes to some of this. Yeah, I also believe that probably we should take the hard decision that even though the 90,000 are qualified, once we have taken the one, the rest you are reapplying next year. So that those who will be of age to join next year will also have that equal opportunity of applying. Because the argument now is that the person has bought a form, has paid money to go to the entire process and say, oh, out of 90,000, for this year we are taking 4,000 for all. Everything you have done gone through is zero. Next year, but I think that it's not fair to those who will turn the age and will now express interest the following year. So probably, okay, keep this number and say those who have not gone through it, you can add them to it. And then when the selection process, who is likely to be selected, comes in, because clearly if you stop recruitment for the next 4 years because you have 90,000 people, what about all those young people who also from next year who want interest to join? So you see, we should just look at it as a problem of unemployment, and we are trying and struggling to deal with.
All right, Elvis, thank you. Ibrahim.
Yes, I didn't mention about Honorable Zaneto Rawlings in my earlier submission. I think I'm coming.
It's Zaneto.
Zaneto.
Often people mistake it to be Zenato. It's
Zaneto.
Zaneto. So if you remember Eyeza.
With the economy we're having, 9% increase in fuel, Eyeza. 16.9% increase in diesel, Eyezu. Thank you for that correction. This is John Mahama's economy for you. Eyezu and Eyeza. And you know the actual parlance. I'm glad you mentioned that. It comes from the north. I've forgotten which language it is. The Eyezu Eyeza. It means to deceive.
Really?
Yeah, I used it.
But I don't think that's what the
Oh,
NDC
but
is
that's
using.
the reality we have
And
here.
it could, so many things could mean different
Sure,
things.
but
in other
I'm
languages,
telling you
but-
what it is.
Yeah.
Words have meaning. That's the root.
One
but
of the
on
meanings,
Honorable
not the
Zanatos appointment, congratulations to her. I think all of us have watched her, given her political pedigree. So you want to see how she performs. And it's a good opportunity, I think, for us to see what she can do. And we've seen her within Clotte Kole, what she's doing there. So on a national scale, with a ministerial portfolio, we wish her well, as we should. But again, it highlights a failure of government.
How so?
12 months. This is the Ministry for Environment, Science and Technology. With it, innovation is part of it. The cyberspace, green space, this whole, it sort of overlaps this 1 million coders, because of the innovation side of things, science and technology. It doesn't overlap, but, they converge. I'm coming.
Right.
You have a Ministry for Communications that does that. But I'm saying some
Communications
ministries
and digital
yes,
technology.
Yes,
That's
there are some policies where there is overlap. But I'm just saying that it's an
So
important.
it's just like Education Ministry is doing the science, technology, engineering.
Very good.
So
I just wanted
Very
to
well.
capture that there. For 12 months, no substantive minister. Again, it tells you about the focus of government. Let's imagine you have a football team. You have strikers, defenders, goalkeepers, midfield,
midfielders.
and you have a striker. For 12 months, you don't appoint a substantive person for the striker, but you want the midfield to somehow do both roles. You will lose the match.
But there was a caretaker striker.
And what did that caretaker striker do? Because in the era of Galamsey, let's look at your record, because that's where it comes to environment, science, and technology. I remember my good friend, Sam George, in opposition, said if there's the political will, we can end Galamsey in 1 week. Not so. He said in opposition, 1 week. If there is that was a caveat. If there is a political will.
Yeah.
So 19 months, John Mahama. Where is your political will? 19 months. We've seen the turbidity of the Ofin, the Pra, all the rivers, the Brim, increase compared to what they found. You are having armed conflict. People are resourced with pump action guns. This is the Galamsey under John Dramani Mahama. You had last year allegations against the NDC member from Ashaiman.
And it's Dogbe?
No. Oh, you know the guy.
That's a Shaiman.
No, not MPO. He's a party member.
No.
Oh, the name will come. Fair-skinned.
A Shaiman or Ashanti region?
No, Ashaiman. Anyway, the name will come. You had party officials from the NDC. It was in July of 2025 that the allegations were put forward. Up to now, the Attorney General has not even looked into that case. NDC party officials involved in Galamsey, per the allegation.
Is it
know.
the one
Is
that
it
was
the
referred
Yamin
to?
Yamin. Ashanti, sorry.
Yeah.
Because you were saying
That's how
Ashanti.
come I was confused.
Thank you,
Just
Ashanti.
Yamin.
My mistake there in terms of the area.
But they under investigation by Yoko.
After a year, what have you heard anything?
No.
12 months. What has happened? Iyoko, Remonacha, Miniano, come and tell us something. Yes, come and tell us something. I mean, there's not even the feedback. We've done A, B, C. In Ghana, and people know from my submission, generally, I'm MPP. But likewise, Elikam is NDC. But we are, and those who are neutral. But we should be Ghana first. Always. So let's, Remonacha, tell us something. 12 months, and there's radio silence on Joseph Yamin. I'm linking it to Zanato's appointment, that it's so important. 12 months without a substantive person, and people are being killed. It was President John Dramani Mahama who said that out of the 200 and something forest reserves, I think 275 forest reserves, 44 have been encroached. So where's the political will? Sam George sent you a message when you're in opposition that with political will, within a week, Galamsey can be removed. Meanwhile, we're having NDC figures implicated, accused of doing Galamsey. So when you ask me that the 12 months, was there not a deputy in place? With the deputy, look how the sector has gone from bad to worse. And we know when this whole Galamsey started, it's not about apportioning blame. But when it really reared its head, when you had the world economic crisis, the crash in 2008, it made gold attractive. It did. When Lehman Brothers and Co. and Goldman Sachs were crashing, everybody went to gold. I'm not saying that Galamsey just started today. It's just illegal mining. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because the British didn't allow we, the owners, the custodians of the land, during the colonial time, to actually, mine our own gold. So you found Ghanaians who were on the periphery of mining pits, doing the gather them and sell, hence the name Galamsey. But after 2008, gold rocketed. And when it rocketed, Chinese came in. And they came in with what? The Chan fans. I had this discussion last time. Elgar Galican wasn't part of the panel, but there's another NDC guy. And I told him that 10,000 Chinese were there. This is 2011. He said, oh no, we never had 10,000 Chinese. So you know me, I said, Charlie, just Google, don't debate me, debate the facts. You're here. And the guy debates, okay, yes, okay, so 10,000 Chinese. That's when we saw the ugly head of Galamsey rearing its head. I'm not trying to say it started under NDC. That would be wrong. It has always been there. But I'm talking when it really reared its head. There's a crash, world economic crash happened. People saw gold as a reserve. And then the Chinese came in with the Chan fans and activated and what have you. And what has happened? So I'm answering your question, Nana, for that 12 months without a substantive. We are seeing the consequences of government's failure, President John Dramani Mahama's failure to appoint a substantive person within the Galamsey sector. Now, but congratulations to Honorable Zanato Rawlings on that appointment. As I say, we wish her well. On the issue of reducing ministers, I'm coming. It's very important.
Let me take a quick break. I'll come back to you, and then you speak to me on the numbers regarding ministerial appointments.
Sure.
Quick break, and we'll come back and hear from Ibrahim. Please send in your thoughts, your comments, and contributions. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. We'll be right back.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note: all our wooden chalkboxes are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Sɛ
mayo kendini. Ehu be here. Se mecha sapapa dia to ama me manfo. Kel Chaco's natural ingredients. Eno ene bomb se ho ban. E mane swing. Nesta so mama hoto so e wo bedwam.
Kel Chaco toothpaste. Choose Kel Chaco toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
We're kicking your year off
in all her glory
with more because we've got you.
You get it?
We got kicks. We got scrolls. We got action. We got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama. We got fun. We got more for everyone with an upgrade on us just for you. More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
We got you.
DSTV, we got you all the way.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're having the news review segment. Elvis Dako is here. Comrade Elikem Kotoko is here. Ibrahim Eje is also here. Before the break, Ibrahim was going to make a point on the number of ministerial appointments.
Sure.
So
let's
hear you out.
Thank you. I'll do that in a few seconds. I mentioned previously that it was Joseph Yamin who had been implicated in Galamsey per a report by the Concerned Association for Small-Scale Miners, not a person, an association. And they said that he was running a parallel anti-Galamsey racket. But in the process of attempting to stop Galamsey, he, per the allegation, was extorting monies from those involved in Galamsey. That's the allegation against him. Not that he's doing Galamsey, but he's rather doing some kind of parallel. We are here, task force, stop what you're doing, but extorting money in the process. A year on, after Raymond Archer has been told to investigate, nothing has come out. So that's something that we need to look at.
Right.
Now on the numbers, the fact that you reduce ministers from 88 to 60, does that necessarily mean you reduce cost? The budget for the presidency in 2024 was 153 million cedis. The budget for 2026, it's here. 2026, 243 million. Look at the figure. So 248. 153 under Akufo-Addo. This is the budget for the presidency. Under John Mahama, with your so-called reduction, it shoots up to 243. This is Ato Forson's budget, so please don't come and test me.
The reduction in ministers or reduction in Jubilee House appointments, presidential staffers.
Yeah, one of the key talking points for the NDC was this whole issue about the reduction in ministers, how it would then relate into cost savings.
Yeah.
And you saw that the OGM, that's the Office of Government Machinery, it went up well, from 3 all the way to 2.7 billion. Do you remember? And then the government then said, hold on, this is Felix Ofosu-Kwakye. He's saying that the Minister of Interior had been added to that portfolio. That's why the budget rocketed from the 363 million all the way up to 2.7 billion. And even when you remove the Ministry of Interior or National Security component from it, it has still increased under John Dramani Mahama by 78 million cedis. Look at it. With your reduction, because I remember when the figures came up, everybody's like, what kind of budget is this? 2.7 billion from 353. Where did the additional 1.7 billion come from? John Mahama, give us an order. President Mahama, give us an order. Just like I was saying about the 69% for the Ghana Armed Forces. Tell us the minutiae. Give us a granular detail so that we can see that 1 cedi is for water, 1 cedi is for accommodation. Okay? So this initially came up, and NDC, I remember Felix Ofosu-Kwakye said, no. Yes, OGM, that's not presidency. Office of Government Machinery, that's appointees, CEOs, and all the functions, the compensation came to 2.7. They then explained that 1.7 billion of that was the Ministry of Interior, stroke National Security. Still, when you did that with their reduction, still 78 million cedis more than under President Akufo-Addo. So it's not about your numbers. It's about the quality of your output. It's never about quantity, it's quality. So with your reduction, you rather increase because they've had an enormous amount of deputy this, yes, the presidential staffers, where you don't have a substantive deputy at the region, as in regional minister deputy, because you're not having that. You're having somebody at Jubilee House, giving, taking on the cloak of a deputy minister, but in terms of nomenclature, the naming, they're called presidential staffer, and then they're given some designation. That is a fact, and I think nobody here on this panel can refute how John Mahama, the president, has somehow hoodwinked Ghanaians.
Really?
Yes. Because Edekam was trying to go on that tangent. As I said, I kept one in the chamber.
Because
I knew it'd come. and the chamber, I've loaded another one. Because you have reduced ministers, but you have rather increased our spending.
Very well.
Come again.
Very well. Let me take a response from Elikem.
A quick one. The first one, for those watching us, if you can get onto my Facebook timeline, there was a video I posted 14 hours ago. There's a very fair gentleman. He's called Fadi Dabuchi. I'm sure you know Dabuchi. A very close loyalist of President Nana Akufo-Addo. Go and listen to what he said in 5 minutes. How he condemned your government, that the worst ever form of galamsey was during your tenure. That is your own member, your MPP person. So I don't need to go further. But let me tell you some of the steps that this government took, which is why we believe we've even done more. Apart from the numerous arrests, etc., government immediately upon assuming office made sure there was a halt on the issuance of new licenses. So that we will review the existing ones, and quite a number were revoked. Now there was also the registration of excavators and the permit to even import excavators. Then the tracking of the excavators and geofencing them. All these multiple exercises were to restrain people from haphazardly just bringing in excavators and jumping into the forests. So a lot has been kept. If not, the damage by now would have been disastrous. There's also the formation of the IRCOMSDEP, the Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skills Development Program. by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Then the Blue Water Guards, and then the introduction of NIMOS. We used to have the Galam stop, the what have you. You saw the results. And even in 2024, a Western regional minister at the time, with the district chief executive and member of parliament and as Frimpong also, etc., were telling Galamseyers that if any military man comes to you, you can beat them up because there's no more Galam stop, there's no more whatever. Those are the records. The videos are there. When this country, when a certain Aisha Huang's name popped up, she goes and comes, and a sitting president said he was unaware, he didn't know whether she was, what were the words, whether she was repatriated and all what have you. That was how government and the presidency knew nothing about what was happening under their nose. Then we had a sitting president who had the effrontery to stand before the clergy and announce to them that I can tell you that Akonta mining is not involved in illegal mining anywhere. A splash in the face. Heck. Meanwhile, as far back as 2018, 2019, Chairman Wontumi was in court in Sekondi over issues related to illegal mining because of his excavators that were burnt. The court overturned his case and he was found guilty. But this was a civil case. In a serious, responsible republic and democracy, President Nana Addo should have taken a criminal case, or the government should have taken a criminal case against him from 2019. They didn't do that. Obviously, they were benefiting from what he was doing. Because you recall the party here, Sika, and all that, for Professor Frimpong's report and all of that. So let's not even go there. It's a very gray area. Then also, he talked about allocation of budgets and these ministerial numbers. You see, he's able to focus on one. But if you minus 60 or even 58 so far from 125, you will get 67. Granted, without admitting that the budget for Office of Government Machinery went up. There has not been any instance under their regime where he can point to that year on year budgetary allocation to that office or any office declined anyways. So we all know that it will always be on the ascendancy.
Right.
Now, let's take one out of 67. We have 61. Can you imagine how much we spent on one? You can never rule it out that the public purse was really saved by the number of appointments made to ministries alone, the number of ministries that were created. And you see, to talk about also that 12 months, is 18 months, we've had a caretaker ministry, or we're do you know they just ended World Cup? I've forgotten the country though, but maybe it may not be one. There were countries that played with even 10 men, and they defeated teams that were having 11 men. That is a classical example to tell you that President Mahama's performance with even 58 ministers in his past 18 months continues to be far better than the 125 that we had under President Nana Akufo-Addo.
It was 88, but continue.
Well, he started with 125 and even 88. And that is a classical example. It is not about the numbers. It's about the quality and the output. And we had, if we have had that, what makes you think that having a substantive minister and more of the work that needed to be done, there was a caretaker minister.
Yeah.
There was a caretaker minister. And the work was being done. So there's been this hue and cry over why we didn't have a substantive minister, as though there was a lacuna that was created by reason of that. There was none. It is only persons interested in this. Look, duplication of appointments. Even Ibrahim himself here. Please, what was your position under the MP, under your regime?
Assistant Secretary.
Assistant Secretary to the President. Right or wrong?
Yes, because the secretary has.
So how many assistant secretaries did we have to the secretary to the president?
Because
how many assistants did you have yourself?
No assistants. You have a secretary to the president who has assistants.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's it. So here's a case whereby you're not, in fact, reimagining or rewording the post. You don't have a deputy minister for a particular region, but you have deputies from the office of the president assuming that
you have
particular
presidential
role.
staffers.
Yeah,
who rank-
thank you, presidential staffers. So that's what we're talking about here. You're pretending to reduce figures. Meanwhile, you appoint people. They don't have the name or the title, but we saw, and the numbers don't lie, Elikem. The numbers don't lie. I'm giving you Ato Forson, Honorable Ato Forson, own figures. The expenditure, if you want to know about whether the money went up, 78 million cedis increased under you.
That is still the single office of government machinery he's referring to. I'll just give you an example. I want to play it fair. Admittedly, that is the case. 66 more ministries were called off. That is a substantial save to the public purse.
You know, but the figures don't. I'll let you land. I tell you that I went shopping. I normally spend 100 cedis on my shopping. Okay, this particular week, I didn't buy any kenke because I said I'm reducing kenke, but I still spent 200 cedis. Did I go or did I come? So if that was, I reduced the component of my basket. I was buying kenke all the time. I reduced the kenke, but my bill went up.
So let me tell you how you should have placed it. Let me tell you how you should have placed it. If you were referring to the whole government machinery, if you were buying kenke 200, there were 65 or 125 people who were buying that kenke. Let's assume it is still the same single kenke who were eating that kenke. They will devour that kenke in 1 hour. But when you have 65 people, they may do it in probably just 4 hours. No. So there's still a lot of sale.
No, it doesn't. No.
So I'm giving you a component.
Let's give you a component. Now we're taking the argument on to something else. Let's come back.
The last one,
and then let's wrap up on the appointment.
Unfortunately, my very boss, Dr. Joseph Yamin, and my very good friend and vice chairman,
the boss as organizer of
national
the party,
organizer of the and then my senior as well,
Abanga.
Alassane Abanga. You see, anybody else could wake up today and make some allegation at anyone. Now, when allegations are made, you must provide some form of evidence that will help any investigations into finding the people culpable or otherwise. If there are no evidences adduced to that, but it is just a mere statement or report, etc., then later investigations ought to be done and it should take time. If you care to know, I have just given you an example that Chairman Wuntumi's case, for instance. How long did it take before we arrived where we are? I was even actively involved.
The case that got him jailed.
It's not yet. It is related anyways. But I'm saying that, for instance, when we took office, I was in Samaboy, the Nimri forest that he degraded and did whatever he did there. If you see what happens or happened there, I was there and saw it. So at a point when information is needed, I could be one of those who will be reached out to for information, which obviously I gave out. But you see, so when you make allegations that, like they said, my boss, Dr. Yamin, Joseph Yamin is involved in all of that. It could even be that there were some miscreants engaging in illegalities, knowing that a new party has taken over. And some may even assume, they may not even be your party people, but once a new party has taken over, they begin to show up and begin, as if they are members of your party, that, hey, our party is in power, let's also go and do this, do that. Then they go and engage in that. And there were even probably legitimate license permit owners who were being disrupted. A call could come to Yamin, and Yamin will call security operatives in Ashanti or wherever that, please go and give protection, or please make sure you follow this. They may reach the site and say, we had a call from Joseph Yamin that this. This person also hear it and again go and say that, oh, Yamin is engaged in illegality, or Abanga is doing that. Right. But that alone is not enough. You see, there's a need for that evidence. So I want to believe that investigations which are being done may actually arrive at nothing. And therefore, there's the need to still continue because the Iyoko, Raymond Acha, would want to make sure he does a thorough job. And which is why I believe, however, that probably nothing may be found. Because if there isn't evidence, but there's an allegation, you can't run that out.
I loved Elekem's narration. Why does I love it? Because he explained to you, a scenario whereby this extortion, that's the allegation, is extorting monies. Does it take you a whole year? Think about it all. 12 months to somehow follow the audits of what Elikem is giving us.
His narration. Scenario Elikem is giving.
I'm not saying that. I'm coming. The allegation is that he's extorting monies. from minors, whether legal or legal. That's the allegation here. Not that he's doing galamsey. He is doing criminally, per the allegation, extorting monies criminally. Him and his Yabanga, per the allegation. And so that's why I said I loved his narration. A scenario. I loved it. It's so linear. Raymond Archer, go and do the same. Are you going to tell us if it takes more than 12 months to investigate the claims of the petitioners, which are the concerned small-scale miners? It's not some amorphous body.
Right.
It's an association that can be, because remember, if you slander somebody, you can also be put in the dock.
True.
So why is government not interacting with the complainants to find out the veracity of what they're saying?
You can't tell
You do not know if this interaction has happened.
I'm coming. So you see,
I get you, because I'm also worried that there's not been any communication after the investigation.
The reason why I said I liked Elikam's scenario, I'm not saying that's the matter here, but it seems so clear. It's a line of sight.
Yeah.
Do A, B, C, D. Let's get to a conclusion.
Very well.
12 months later, you still cannot.
Very well.
And Elikam is maybe telling us something we don't know. It'll come to nothing. Just like Collins Dowda.
Thank you. Elvis, is democracy under attack?
But Collins Dowda, you have been in power for 8 years. What did you do to him?
Yeah.
If he was guilty.
I think so.
Of course. Is it free speech is a
let's do this in 2 minutes. We are running out of time.
It's a cardinal principle of democracy.
Right.
Free speech. When we are talking about democracy, one of the basic cardinals of democracy is free speech.
Free speech.
Okay. The judiciary is a critical arm for democracy. You see, when there's a coup today, Parliament will be suspended. The executive is gone, but the judiciary remains to work.
Yeah.
Okay. So when there are real issues and people are raising issues, you must understand it from the point of the bigger picture of a democracy. I don't see why in a democracy people will be arrested because they have insulted somebody. They've said things that the security have no evidence to prove that they are taking any steps to do same. Any arrest of people for what they say without any empirical evidence that they are taking steps to do that is an attack on free speech. And as you know my position, I have said, even if somebody says anything that is a threat, there must be some evidence to prove that the so-called threat, the person is taking certain steps to be able to implement that threat.
But it is important to stop that person before his speech
How do you
empowers
stop
somebody
that?
who has the ability to
Nobody's speeches empowers anybody. Let's stop this. Yes, of course. See, normally they just say Rwanda. Go and check the Rwanda record. There's nowhere. You go to the Genocide Museum, they will tell you the genesis of the Rwanda war, and they will tell you that argument of free speech is just something that is being thrown there. And that they started killing themselves they will give you the history. It's not orchestrated by free speech.
Right.
So when people want to just attack free speech, they say, somebody said on radio in Rwanda that it is not true. The Rwanda war has critical things that led to the Rwanda. It's not the attack what the person said on radio.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that they are only taking advantage of this obnoxious law of publishing fake news. And just this week, somebody just sent me the voice of Felix Fosu-Kwachi in opposition, saying that anybody arresting anybody for what they say is abusing the constitution of Ghana, is attacking democracy, because the police or no institution has the right to tell us what to say. He's the information minister now. He's the one that speaks for government. Since the arrest of Odilo, he has never said anything about the fact that, but in opposition, he held the same view like as I'm speaking. Please, let's understand that if we want to stop people from speaking, then we should forget about democracy.
Right.
And in the courts, in the judiciary, there are a lot of concerns I've been reading about the judiciary. All the recommendations by the Constitutional Review Commission to actually give the judiciary some freedom from executive control. The executive has rejected all of them.
All that.
They have rejected everything.
Elvis, thank you. Let me quickly hear from Ibrahim also on the democracy under attack demonstration by the New Patriotic Party. Quick thoughts.
Yeah, the government is using Section 208 of the Constitution to imprison people, arrest people, because they're saying it could cause fear and panic. That's what they're doing.
Right.
And what government should understand, and when I say government, that Ghanaians should understand, but specifically the NDC. You know, there's no statute of limitations on flouting this law that the NDC are using. If I insult you, Nana Tufo, you have every right to take me to court civilly so that you can get redress. That's how it should be done. So I want to let the NDC know this clearly. There's no statute of limitations. Anything you posted between 2017 and 2024, a court can arrest you for that post. NDC should understand this clearly. The Media Foundation for West Africa cited that in the whole 8 years of the NPP administration, we used this law 8 times. Captain Smart, Babi Ansai, we know them, okay? Only one person was in fact imprisoned, and that was because of contempt of court. Under the NDC, 16 people, Ghanaians, TikTokers.
It's more than 16. The number is getting over 30 now.
Oh, it's 16 that I came across. Is it not 30?
The number is over 30
So
now.
I gave the Media Foundation for West Africa's figure. They monitor these things. Under the NPP, 8 people were arrested on the same law. So I'm not trying to, do double game here.
Right.
But one person was incarcerated, put in prison. Why were they put in prison? During the court proceedings, they were found to be in contempt of court. But here you have Ghanaians. Let me take Elvis's numbers. I read 16, so I only want to go on what I read. And it was in fact 16 people, TikToker, one lady, Alassane. I mean, just for even the latest one was the hot mic where President Mahama was heard mentioning 150 million cedis. Another person mentioned about what do you call it? Galamsey. Issues like that, but the price of petrol is another one. And then you go and arrest the person, incarcerate them. This is not the Ghana we all fought for.
Thank you very much.
So again, I'm landing here.
We're running out of time. I need to hear from
2
Elikem on
seconds.
this.
There is no limitation. Anything you posted in 2017 to 2024, Ghanaians understand, and I'm speaking to NDC, you can be arrested for those posts.
Thank you. Elikem. Is
Thank
democracy
you.
under attack?
I do not see that. I only found a group of leaders of the New Patriotic Party who failed at discharging their duties responsibly to lead them to a very embarrassing defeat. And now there's a re-election again. They must find some way to get some relevance. Number 2, there's a difference between responsible free speech and reckless commentary. Let me use their own Abronye, who says very unprintable things about their general secretary. If that was truly free speech, why did he write a letter to their disciplinary committee to issue a disclaimer and want to him to be dealt with? And Chairman Wontumi, let me give an example. You recall some of the unprintable things he said about President candidate John Mahama and his daughter at the time. Imagine it was your daughter. That daughter goes to school with her classmates, and their classmates watch what Wontumi was negatively saying about her and her father. Well, so if today you are here to proudly say that such reckless commentary is considered free speech, then I am so shocked and ashamed that what we really call free speech.
Very well. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll have to leave it here. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. But thank you so much, gentlemen. We've had an insightful, very interesting conversation this morning. You've been watching the News Review segment on Breakfast Daily. I am Nana Tufo Boateng. The show hasn't ended yet. We'll take a break. We'll return with some soothing music from Eben Metal. And then Wahab and Dede will take over.
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, Channel 134 on GoTV.
Hello, my name is Pamela from customer service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
It's time to upgrade your viewing experience with Franco Smart Television. Enjoy full HD and 4K Ultra display for clearer pictures, brighter colors, and smarter features. From our 32-inch screen, perfect for your bedroom, to 55, 65, and massive 100 inches for your living room or office. We've got the perfect size and quality. For retailing and bulk purchasing, call the numbers on the screen or visit our website at www.francotrading.com. You can download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Franco Television, we've got the perfect size for every room. Franco, home of quality television.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet song of melodies pure and true, saying, "This is my message to you." Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet song of melodies pure and true, saying, "This is my message to you." Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Wake up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet song of melodies pure and true, saying, "This is my message to you." Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Wake up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet song of melodies pure and true, saying, "This is my message to you." Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Wake up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet song of melodies pure and true. Saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about nothing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about nothing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Wake up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitch by my doorsteps, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Saying, this is my message to you. Taking you to the 90s. Are you ready? Are you ready? Taking you to the 90s. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the tree, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Sing! Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, all my memories gather on earth, minus ladies, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste the moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, I hear her voice in the morning, and now she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the tree, younger than the mountain, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. My coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made a leaf from rags, but I wear it so proudly. Although we had no money, but I was rich as I could be. In my coat of many colors, my mama made for me. A coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made a leaf from rags, but I wear it so proudly. Although we had no money, but I was rich as I could be. In my coat of many colors, my mama made for me. Back through the years and I go wandering once again, but back through the seasons of my youth, I recall a box of rags someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. They were rags of many colors, every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat. It was way down in the fall. Mama saw the rags together, so every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. As she sewed it, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore. Then she said, perhaps this coat may bring you good luck and happiness, and I just couldn't wait to wear it as Mama blessed wait a case. My coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made a leaf from rags, but I wear it so proudly. Although we had no money, but I was rich as I could be. In my coat of many colors that my mama made for me.
Interesting.
What a beautiful way to grace our screens this Monday morning. Good morning, Ghana. Good morning, Africa. And good morning to the rest of the world. It's an absolute pleasure coming your way again this week. My name is Dede Davis.
And I am Wahab Abdulrazak. Thank you very much for choosing us this morning. We promise you an insightful, informative, and entertaining 2 hours ahead as we've started with the show. There's going to be a lot, so do not go anywhere. Stick and stay with us.
All right? Don't forget that you are part of the show, and so do send in your messages, your birthday wishes even, to the WhatsApp number 020-444-7033, 020-444-7033, and we will get to read it right here on the show. Wahab, how was your weekend?
It was restful and fulfilling as well.
Okay, tell me about the fulfilling part.
Right. So we got to tell the people of the story to impart change. Yeah, so I reported this weekend.
All right.
It was great.
Good one. Yeah, I think I saw it. I saw it on CNR. All right. That said, let's check out our weather forecast for this morning.
Right, so this is an 18-hour forecast for Ghana, valid from 6 a.m. today from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. Let's get into the summary of the weather for today. So there will be, the day will begin with mostly cloudy conditions accompanied by mist or fog patches over parts of the coastal, forest and mountainous areas. During the afternoon, conditions will become variably cloudy across the southern Ghana, while the northern half will experience intervals of sunshine. From late afternoon into the evening, localized thunderstorm or rain may affect parts of the middle, transition, and northern sectors. Also note that relatively cool night and early morning temperatures are expected across the country, and the state of the sea will be rough. So that is the weather summary for today from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. But you can follow them on their socials for more updates. On X, formerly Twitter, they are at Ghana Met. On YouTube, they are Ghana Meteorological Agency. On WhatsApp, they have a channel, Ghana Meteo.agency, and on TikTok as well, they have Ghana_Met_official. And you can also add another weather app to get more information on real-time, updates on how the weather is going to look like, and so that you get to plan your day accordingly. Dede?
Right. Anyway, let's remind you that tomorrow, 11th of August 2026, there will be a big announcement. And guess what? We'll be announcing the top 100 students who have made it to the level 2 stage of the Literacy Challenge 2026. And so you would want to stay glued to Channel 1 TV Breakfast Daily here, and of course City 97.3 FM. That is where the announcement will be made. We'll get to find out who made it to the top 100, who gets to sit for the aptitude test that is scheduled for this Sunday, the 16th of August 2026 at the British Council. And so, yes, stay glued to City 97.3 FM and Channel 1 TV. And you would, if you hear your name, yes, you are part of the top 100, and congratulations to you in advance. So the aptitude test will cover all areas: current affairs, math, science, English, literature, every single aspect.
Some critical thinking and even
yes, some critical thinking as well. So yeah, you have to prepare yourself adequately so that you will be able to answer all the questions or some of the questions that the aptitude test will be presenting to you. We'd like to say a very big thank you to our sponsors. We have Advocate Publishing, Delhi Group, Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance PLC, and Advocate Publishing Limited, and then of course Tema Oil Refinery. Thank you so much for supporting us on this year's Literacy Challenge 2026. So stay glued to City 97.3 FM and Channel 1 TV so that you don't miss out on the big announcement. And I can't wait to see who makes it to the top 100, who gets to represent their region as far as the Literacy Challenge 2026 is concerned.
All right, on August 29 and 30 is going to be very interesting at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park, because the This is Ghana exhibition 2026 will be on. So during those 2 days, it's going to be very interesting. We'll bring you everything made in Ghana under one roof. You don't have to struggle. Everything made in Ghana. So from automobile to fashion to services, hotel, education, everything will be there, made in Ghana. We bring all this, the creativity, the innovation, the excellence, our culture, everything will be on display at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park on 29th and 30th of August. At the Efua Sutherland Children's Park. So don't miss it. It's going to be exciting. We'll showcase the excellence of Ghana. You get to connect with experience, people. You can explore alternative and everything, so that we all come together and celebrate what Ghana has to offer. And if you are an enterprise, if you're an SME, if you're a company, a school and everything you want to make inquiries about the This is Ghana Exhibition 2026, you can contact us on 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973, or 0558 973 973, 0558 973 973. This is Ghana Exhibition is brought to you by Channel One Television and supported by City 97.3 FM. But I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, MTN, everywhere you go, and EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. For our patrons and customers who become, and don't worry, it is free entry. It is free entry. So you keep the money in your pockets, load your wallet, make it very heavy, because everything will be on display at affordable prices for you to purchase.
All right. And this Thursday and Friday, the 13th and 14th of August 2026, I entreat you to allow your Google Map lead you to the Zondatech showroom here in Njawulu from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. each day, where you get to discover a wide range of powerful, stylish, and durable vehicles tailored just for your need. And so find your way to the Zondatech showroom in Njawulu, Accra on 13th and 14th of August 2026 and get to drive away a new car, a new family car, a new pickup truck, whatever vehicle you're looking for. It would be on display at the Auto Sale and Expo, which is being brought to you in collaboration with Zondatech. And then also, if you want any information regarding the expo, call 0205 973 973 or 050 1772 222. It's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day, and so do well to be there. There's something for everyone. Don't worry, if you earn a certain amount of money, there's something for you. So find your way to the Auto Sale and Expo this Thursday and Friday and discover something for yourself. And of course, if you speak to them, there are payment plans they can put you on and whatnot. So yeah, it's happening this Thursday and Friday again from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Do well to be part of the Auto Sale and Expo 2026. All right. That said, up next is our What's Trending segment. All right, welcome back. You're still watching Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. And it's now time for us to check out what's trending on social media. And I'm talking about X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, those platforms. We'll get to pick out what topics are trending, what are people talking about on these platforms. And the very first one happens to be a viral video showing an airport immigration officer allegedly asking for breakfast money. So the Ghana Airports Company Limited confirmed the officer's transfer following public outrage over the video captured inside the terminal. In the same update on August 6, 2026, the Ghana Airports Company Limited addressed two port health officers who overcharged a foreign passenger $40 for a yellow fever card, double the approved $20 fee, and deactivated their IDs, barring them from all facilities. The company stressed its zero-tolerance stance, urged travelers to report issues via the hotline 054-217-5636, 054-217-5636, with spotted, recorded, reported, while some called for dismissals and broader reforms to curb extortion at entry point. And so that's the video on our screen of the immigration officer who was allegedly, asking for breakfast money. Let's check out the video.
Mami call you the breakfast, why?
Woman.
0959. Mami ko we the breakfast ne baba. Why?
Woman.
Mami ko we the breakfast ne baba. Why?
Woman.
One 0959.
Wahab, there's a problem in this country.
A big problem for that matter.
To think that, I don't know why it feels like being transferred to a place is a punishment for your actions. Do you get my point?
It's very sad, Didi. I'm struggling to understand the whole thing because we are not It's a good, let me say, it's a good first response from the Ghana Airport Company Limited, but I'm not sure it is enough as we are all talking about, because we are talking about the credibility of the entry point of our country. If a foreigner, comes into the country, the airport is the first point of contact, and if they are going to get this first reaction, what is it going to tell them about our country? Over the years, Ghana, we're trying to position ourselves as a hub for tourism with this whole intervention beyond, we've come up with quite a lot, December in Ghana, that's December, just to attract, tourists into the country. We've had a lot more of that. And if at our entry point, this is the first experience we are giving tourists, do you think it's going to motivate them? It's very pathetic and very worrying, because on social media, you go and you see tourists, these tourists, even from within our sub-regions that comes, they'll say, oh, Ghana, things are this, things are that. And it's very bad, especially for an officer in uniform, to be asking for breakfast money. Come to think of it.
I'm worried because the corruption fight that we are all on about, this is how it begins.
Yeah.
This is how it begins. You transfer an officer for him or her to go to another place and continue the activity for which he was being transferred.
You end up even doing worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why don't we met out the right punishment for these things rather than just so another officer will come, she asked for breakfast money and so she was transferred. You get it. She asked for breakfast money, she was transferred. So it means I can also do it.
Yeah.
You get it. And I'll be transferred. That's the worst that can happen to me if I happen to find myself in that position.
I think there should be, proper mechanisms to deal with some of these issues, because this is not the very first time you are hearing of this at our airport. So for the airport to see spotted, recorded, and reported, I don't think that is enough a remedy to this challenge. What happens to customers? What happens to passengers who do not have the courage to pick up a phone and record?
No, at this point, you should have the courage to.
What happens to even people who are not really, abreast? I think there should be more comprehensive strategy to deal with this, especially displaying the feature, the charges, right? Automatic receipt. So if I pay, I have automatic receipts. I can follow up. Was it the right charge? There should be also electronic payments systems, technology. We are advancing, right? This very bad.
Anyway, let's check out some comments on this particular issue. Africa Lenisi says this is immediate suspension and eventually dismissal. Spider-Man says the car park attendants were sacked, but immigration officer has been transferred. Ghana. Jerry Nilaye says, extortion is a criminal offense, but asking for breakfast politely is not the same. Mr. OJ says, Chale Ashai give the officer wa. JL_all says, why should we be issuing transfer as punishment? You see what I was saying?
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Forex says this country is sick. A car park attendant was sacked and thus one was transferred. How I wish I'm not a Ghanaian. Rhapsody says you are free to leave. You can now neutralize for Malawi. So you see what I was saying? Transfer has now become like a punishment for an offense.
You see, sometimes they even end up delaying the passengers, and if you don't take care, you miss your flight because they will tell you, go here, do this, because you are unwilling to succumb to the demands they are making. And they will end up delaying. If you don't take care, you miss your flight. And if you had just touched down, after a long flight, you're already exhausted. So immediately they ask, you will not even hesitate because you just want to get out of the place and go to wherever you are heading to. This is very well, and I think there should be proper investigation into some of this. This is not the first time. If you go to the airport, especially Terminal 3, it is boldly displayed there, no extortion, no whatever, but what are the mechanisms to check them?
Anyway, well, let's check out the second one. What do you have?
All right, so that is has to do with the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wuogon and Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, John Dumelo. So he has cut short for construction of SHS building in his constituency. And they break ground for a new construction in Pantine on Sunday, yesterday. And so it's going to be a day school and with corporates. The funding is from corporates and also from friends and others.
So it's funded by him in collaboration with his friends and so support from corporate bodies.
Exactly. And so that's that one. But there's been a lot of reaction, from constituents, people from social media. But let's first check the video of the salt curtain ceremony that they held yesterday.
If you look at Ayawaso West Wuogon, you realize that we have so many universities, but I want to make Ayawaso West a one-stop constituency when it comes to education, quality education. We only have one secondary school, which is the STEM, but that is more science related. And so I decided that, look, let me look for land and let me construct a secondary school here. So this will be a day secondary school. And I must particularly thank the EP Church Ghana for giving us this land. And so I've been negotiating with them for the past couple of weeks, and they've agreed. And so today we've cut short for the construction of a senior high school right here in Ayawaso West, right here in Mpasem. The interesting thing is that it's for the community by the community. And so the workers, everybody will be from the community. The students, of course, will be from the community. And it's going to be fully funded by myself and a group of friends. Already some people have started donating sandstone, cement, iron rods, and some cash and so on and so forth. And I hope to finish this at least in 9 months' time, so that by next year, September, the first group of students will be sitting in class. And so, I did for you. So I should also say in the name of God the Father, for but before we continue, I also want to say that I started the renovation of this school, I think, about 2 years ago. And I will finish it within the next 1 year as well for the community. So that I just wanted to add that. So in the name of God the Father, let me use this one. God the Son. Let me move up small. God the Holy Spirit. Amen.
John Dumelo meant it when he says, I did for you.
I did for you. Yeah.
And since he became the MP for this area, he's back to back shown the people that indeed he's here for them. We see him embarking on different projects, fixing their roads, supporting them with food items. I think last year, December, during Christmas, he brought some things from his farm for the people, the residents in the area and all of that. And I think it's good. it's good because, I mean, leadership is service, right? And this is him serving his constituency the best way he can. And if he continues like this, unless he says, I'm tired, I won't run for the MP for this area again, I don't know if another MP who intends to run for office can compete against him. But he's doing really well.
Yes,
he's doing really well. Yeah.
And I think other
at this point, he's one of my
Parliament.
favorite MPs.
I see.
Yeah.
In the Greater Accra or Ghana by large?
No, Greater Accra.
All right, I think it's good, and other members of parliament should also emulate. Yes, they may argue that as a member of parliament, your core mandate is to make laws. That is well understood, and it's even stated in our constitution. But the problems within our communities are enormous.
The little way
right?
you can.
Are enormous. So let's put our hands together. Especially, he was talking about the only secondary school in the area is Legon Pestek, right? So coming up with this day school, at least the long distance that constituents would have to go, take
to access education
will be limited, and
yeah.
that's very interventional.
Yeah.
Kudos, and
All right, let's check out some comments. UTD Kwejo says, make it a vocational school because too much theory is not helping Ghanaians. And then Virgil says, emphasis on this.
Right, T-Man Sako there, he says, this be the way to go. God bless you, Charlie. We get your type like tenor. We go see plenty changes, right? Cape Coast Mayor, Honorable cement the Ayawasu seat.
No, Honorable cement the Ayawasu seat.
So just like you were saying. God's plan, you are doing the Lord's work. The Ayawasu seat na your own. No one can compete. Caesar, if truly you are able to do this within the stipulated time or at most within a year, Honorable, I will join you I will join your campaign come next elections. This is commendable endeavor. Asnasia, please at John Dumelo, what's your transfer fee? We want to buy we want to buy you for our district. Well, unless you see him. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Other members of parliament should also,
I mean, I believe there are others who are also working in their constituencies, but won't come out to put it out there like he has.
In this age of digital.
Some people they like things private.
Really?
Yeah.
Politicians?
I mean, if you go out, you see that some
they've not done it. They said they say it's in the pipeline. How much more they've done it? All right.
Anyway, so that's John Dumelo there. We wish him well. He says 9 months. The next 9 months.
And that's very authoritative.
Yeah, it's daring. I mean, he's challenged himself. He has support from friends. And he says corporate bodies have also started supporting the endeavor. So hopefully, in 9 months, he should be done.
Right, so we hope that in 9 months, when we go back to the Ayawaso West Wuogon constituency, we'll see that the secondary day school will be functioning and we have students and teachers there with academic work ongoing, right? We hope to see.
All right. Well, the other one is rather a sad one because the Asante Mampon MP hopeful passed at the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital. The aspiring New Patriotic Party candidate for Asante Mampon passed away on August 8, 2026 at the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, with the exact cause not yet released. A philanthropist and vocal advocate for her area, she had recently spoken against xenophobic attacks on Ghanaians in South Africa and focused on local development projects. Supporters shared tributes online, mourning the energetic figure who was building her profile in Ghana's political scene as her family prepares funeral arrangements. So That's rather a sad one.
Yeah.
I remember her for during the xenophobic attacks era where she was very vocal during that period and was hoping to be the MP for Asante Mampon in the next elections, but it's unfortunate that she passed on, and our condolences to her family and loved ones who have been affected by her passing in different ways. Let's check out some comments on social media.
Jonas Richman, the first time I watched her video, I knew she wasn't well. Well, God's plan, I'm saddened by her demise. What a world we live. Plutus, Asante Mampon has lost someone who still had ambitions to serve her people. May her legacy speak for her. And so this one says, wow, I was really looking forward to seeing this woman in Parliament. Naneji, you can make all the plans you want for tomorrow, but life is uncertain and death can come before you get the chance to fulfill them.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. So rest in peace to the family, the friends, and also the MPP fraternity in Asante Mampon, the party, even by large. She's been very vocal, especially on national issues and all that. Typically, the one that went viral it has to do with the xenophobic attacks recently in South Africa. Beatrice Owarewasian. Well, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to her. Now let's check out our video of the day.
Alright, we could go band for band. Fuck me, we know infra. Band for band, fuck me, we know infra. Alright, we could go band for band, fuck me, we know infra.
So the boss says use your head to work. Use your head for work, right? And then you see the cleaner using his head to push the brush.
So that is contest for you. They didn't really.
The boss didn't specify.
No, they failed to understand. So depending on the conversation ongoing, you should have understand him that that's what he meant. Well, it's Monday. Enjoy yourself with this video.
All right, let's take a quick breather, and when we come back, we'll be talking to our artist for the day. All right, now it's time to have some fun conversations with our artist for the day, Eben Metal, and he's a gospel, soul, and contemporary live music artist. Hi, Eben, you're welcome.
Hi, thank you.
How many years has it been since you came here?
I think it has been just a year.
A year?
Yeah, a year.
Wow. So what have you been up to?
So I've been combining the music and also furthering my education as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in public relations, digital communication studies. So that is what has kept me a bit away.
Okay.
Well, how has that been, doing both concurrently?
Oh, it's been very stressful, but I think I'm actually managing, and I think it's all part of the journey. So I need to combine them to actually upgrade myself in the field. That's what I'm doing basically. So I think it's part of the journey. So it has been a bit tough, but it's actually very necessary. So
necessary.
So how many songs do you have to your credit?
Okay, so but now I think I have just about 3 songs.
Okay.
Yeah, just 3 songs. That's the Faster Than Google, Living Waters, and Kodesh.
Okay.
That's what I have. But I'm now adding a bit of contemporary to the style I do. So now I perform for corporate organizations. So when they have parties, they have send off parties, birthday parties, or graduation, I perform for them. So recently I was with GTEC, that's Ghana Tertiary Commission. I performed for the CIHRM, Chartered Institute of Marriage of Money. Yes. So I'm actually entering into the field of performing for corporate organizations now with the acoustic combination.
Yeah, that's
How interesting has that been? Switching just from that to the corporate setting.
Yes, you're asking how has it been? Oh, it has been very, very good and actually very result driven. Because I saw a problem in the corporate field that when they have corporate event, when it comes to the musical interlude they give, it's always very down. So I studied it and I was like, no, I want to bring something nice to whatever they are doing there. The air condition actually makes you become very down. So I came up with a very unique style of me making them to rise up and dance and shake their body whilst whilst the occasion is going on. So that's what I do. And I think that is very unique from what everybody does when it comes to corporate performance. So that has actually made me stood out in my field. Yes.
Wow. I mean, you're doing well for yourself, but if you weren't pursuing your musical journey, what would you be doing?
So I have a dream in public relations with digital communication. So as a media works. So I'm very good in camera, and when it comes to writings too, I'm very good in writing. So I think that would have been what I'll be doing. Actually, so right after, maybe if no music, I'll be doing maybe media works or working as a public relations officer for an organization. Yeah.
How does writing your songs happen? Take us through the process. How do you come by it?
Yeah. So my life is full of mystery. I've been through a lot as a child. I think right from my mother's womb, I went through a lot. My mom
went through a lot in your
mother's womb.
How did you know?
Yes. So she told me a story.
Oh, okay.
She said when she was about giving birth to me, my daddy said he wasn't ready to be a father yet.
Okay.
That's a very sad story. So they need to abort me for like 3 times. Yes. Then I think the 4th one, a priest has to come in and said there's somebody shedding blood. If the person does not stop, it's going to be cursed on the person. So he actually he said that she had no option than to actually deliver. Then she actually gave birth to me, but it became an issue because my daddy was not in support of that me giving birth. So it became I think an argument between them. So that was how the battle started. So me when I was in the womb, there was a lot of things going on. Yeah. So when I came out as a child, nobody knew who to take off the child. The father said he's not ready. The mother just said you are the one responsible. So daddy actually passed on along the way, and I had to actually go through life, struggle, go to school. I was very determined to do whatever I can do for myself, because the story I was hearing was actually pushing me forward to do more. Because if nobody saw the vision, if nobody saw the destiny of the child, God have seen it. And I think God was speaking to me through myself, my spirit. So music was the only avenue by which I can actually heal my soul and heal the soul of others. And I'm seeing that other people are also going through the same challenges. Most people are on the street junkies. It's not their fault. It came from the parent. If the parent didn't actually plan it, that does not mean the child is a mistake. So I saw that this is actually something God actually brought me to come and solve on earth. So I could communicate that well through my music. So I actually connect emotions to my music so people can actually connect very well and relate to the song that I put actually out.
Interesting. Wow. Your life is full of mystery indeed, as you mentioned. So I'm sure there are a lot of up and coming artists there, and even people who are looking for to pursue certain things, but are in the state of despair because maybe they don't have that support system and all that. coming from that background, what message do you have for them?
Okay, so one thing I would say is that sometimes you don't need to depend on people to survive. Life actually is a journey on its own. So I would say that every young artist that is coming up, do whatever you can do on your own to survive. Because if you turn out depending on people, then it means that at the end of the day, you're going to always be disappointed on people. So learn more, focus on yourself, look at your weaknesses, look at your strength, what you can do more, and focus on the strengths rather, and build upon the strength. Then later when you go back to your weaknesses and better it. That's working out, because at first I wasn't playing acoustic. I was just doing the vocals. But I realized that at a point in time comes, I have gigs, my keyboard is not available. What do I do as an artist? Quickly, I have to sell my phone to purchase a guitar. So that shows how determined I was in this field I want to go to. So I sold my phone and got a new guitar, studying on my own. I didn't get a teacher, so I had to just learn on my own, using the melodies that comes out of me. So that's how come I actually added the guitar to whatever I play. So I will encourage every upcoming artist that focus on developing yourself, learn more, look at the skills you are actually in, and look at the business aspect of it as well. Yes.
So now you're pursuing public relations, you're doing music, marrying the two. What can your followers expect from you in the coming months or years?
Yes. I think that my followers should actually expect the best from Eben Metal. Expect what you actually did not imagine, because there is more in me that you've not seen yet. There is better version of Eben Metal that is coming up. A time is coming whereby I see myself as become one of the greatest artists, one of the greatest motivation to the youths in Ghana and across the globe as well.
So how can people reach out to you?
So they can reach out to me on currently on LinkedIn. That's EML Life Concepts. Then they can actually reach out to me on TikTok. That's Eben Metal Official. Just the two for now.
Right.
Eben, it's a very insightful conversation, and we wish you all the best. And yes, both in your academic and your music journey. Very touching story, but full of determination and hope. Thank you for coming on the show, Eben. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking to Eben Metal. He is a gospel artist. And yes, we're going for a quick break. When we come back, the show continues.
This July, get ready for stories that will make your heart race. From love and passion to secrets and lies that can ruin everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, Be My Sunshine at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus, Channel 133 on DSTV.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like that sound means it's fresh, no trick, no plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
In Biggie's house, there's no place to hide. And even when you think no one is watching, the energy can swing in an instant. this BB Naija Season 11, everything burns brighter. Only the biggest moves tip the scale, because nothing is given, but everything is for the taking when the world watches. Will you be outshined, or will you step up and take the spotlight? Big Brother Naija Season 11. Showing 24/7 on DSTV Channel 198 and GoTV Channel 49. Headline sponsor, Bet Power.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. It's time now to go into our communities to bring to light those stories that, really need the attention of authorities to make the lives of the residents in those communities better. And today we are heading to the Gomoa East District, specifically around Millennium City and Yesu Krom, because residents can now have a sigh of relief on following road improvement intervention in their communities. Let's check out this report filed by our Central Regional Correspondent, Akwesi Ado. When we come back, we delve into some conversations on that.
As captured in a previous report by Channel 1 News, residents of Gomoa Bantama, otherwise known as Millennium City, Yesu Krom, and several others struggled commuting on the poor road, giving rise to complicated health issues, particularly for pregnant women. Traversing on the stretch remained torturous for residents.
Uma bakura de ni kunkura manafia akona mam hosisi shela so watoka we o de amami na me de fokwan we so ma sa wo hwe we ni baje wani nje nti o so mo buan drivers no ye kwan ya fa so o wo man mu.
Some businesses had already folded up, while several others remain on the brink of collapse.
Initially, first they take 12 cities. Now it is 15 cities. In and out 30 cities. Assuming you buy 10 one city, and 10 cities, and you are coming to sell 11 cities, all your profit to go on transportation. So it is very challenging.
No can cry a driver. Oh, can we car bono getting to 50 million. Into no a quantity a higher pay complaining casa. A maya conia bedino a hard casa.
Transport fares remain unstable, while access to commercial vehicles have also been limited.
Due to the potholes and the bad road, the drivers are charging us more than they are supposed to. When you complain, they will tell you that it's because the road is not good. They have to take more than the actual amount that they are supposed to take. And it's very bad. It's worrying us.
A quantity fair, I say, Amujiwahano. Amadobono. Na even crowd to kwana se o ba anajoa o brewa ha papa. Inse say nipa na beje 50 cedis because of a kwana nyenti o se meje 1.5 and 100.
Management of the Pentecost Convention Center, established by the Church of Pentecost, have undertaken over 15 road reshaping activities since 2023 by way of social intervention, even as they remain the topmost tax contributor in the area. The center's current intervention, which includes scraping off the tarred sections of the road which became completely deteriorated, is expected to bring relief not just to visitors, but rather residents of the several communities.
We have international guests coming through, and the kind of place they apply to the place, we feel like we are selling the country in a bad light. So the church has taken the pain to intervene to this extent that we have to do some touches on the road. And this time, where it has gotten to feel like something drastic must be done.
Residents who are happy about the intervention have renewed calls for the road to be fully constructed by government.
We plead with the government that now the Church of Pentecost is reshaping the road. The government should also come in and assist us.
I will plead on the government behalf that it should come to our aid in helping us construct the road for us.
Now, you kwan so say aban so do mo abedman say we no omo twa no omo mfa gravels bia ngu so ebeye dust enti say bia aban betumi de ne ho agim no wagu so amaye na eyade betumi.
Right, so that is the report filed by our Central Regional Correspondent, Akwesi Ado, from the Gomoa East District, specifically Millennium City and the Yesu Krom. They are going to have some relief now following the reshaping exercise by the Pentecost Church Convention Center. But we have him over the phone lines. Let's engage him. Akwesi, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Dede and Wahab, and thank you for having me. Good morning to our viewers as well.
Right. So take us through the current state of the road. What has changed since the reshaping exercise was undertaken?
Okay, thank you very much. So, in fact, the state of the road has actually improved than it used to be. Because previously you could spend about an hour journeying from Kaswa to the Pentecost Convention Center or Yesu Krom. And last Saturday,
all right, so that was our Central Regional Correspondent we engaged in.
This very stretch.
Right, Akwesi?
Yes, so there's really been massive, relief for the people living in the area, except that the road has become very dusty. And we also know that this is not good for the health of the people. And it's also not nice that a community that is already fully developed would be filled with dust, because people are going to have their paintings on their houses becoming so dirty in no time. And so they are continually asking for assistance. And let me add that, in fact, the Church of Pentecost has really done well, particularly their Pentecost Convention Center. Now, this is a business situated in the Gomoa Yesu Krom and Millennium City Enclave. And for them to embark on reshaping exercise for over 15 times in less than 3 years, it tells you that they are really committed. And so this brings us to ask why the District Assembly has failed or is failing to intervene to bring some sort of relief to the people. Now, we have other roads that connect the main one to other communities, such as Kojoku, Gomoa Pete, Abekum, through to Liberia Camp. And these roads are terrible. Following the rainy season, it's become completely impossible for you to move around that area. And people are struggling. The assembly has the drip equipment. What are they using them for? They've just parked them at the assembly, while people struggle. And in fact, almost everybody you speak in the Gomoa East District is not happy with the state of the roads. In fact, major roads and minor ones that lie within communities are not in perfect condition.
So Akwesi, has the assembly, done in, you're talking about that the drip. What is their reason for not really using this machine? Because that is what it was meant for when the program was launched. What is their reason? Why are they failing to use this equipment to at least reshape the road while we're waiting for major reconstruction or patching to be done on the stretch?
In fact, we've had no answer from the assembly as to why they have decided not to utilize the drip equipment. Because in other districts, these CEs are ensuring that they use the equipment for the benefit of residents. And particularly for the Gomoa East, I really do not know what's wrong with the assembly. This is not the first time we are doing a story on road, but you would realize on many occasions, you don't even get any person in authority to speak to. And I can show you the number of text messages I've sent to the DCE for the area. that we're putting together this story on this road and want to have your perspective. We want you to tell us what you intend doing or what you're doing about it. Is there any roadmap towards addressing these concerns? You would call, the woman would not answer. You would send text messages, she would not reply. So we do not even know whether the assembly or even the member of parliament, Desmond Tutu, really have any sort of plan so far as improving on the roads in the Gomoa East District is concerned. Remember, just in, I think, February this year, the MP went with us to Gomoa, Nyenyano, to cut short for the construction of the Kaswa-Nyenyano highway. And by the way, so you would have to first use the Kaswa-Nyenyano highway, then you take a branch at the Millennium City Junction to access the Yesu Krom enclave. So it's the same area. The MP went with us to cut short for the construction of the road, and then just under less than a month, the contractor packed his machinery and then abandoned site. We asked the MP why the contractor abandoned site, and the response was that as of the time he was cutting short for the construction, the contractor had not received any authorization from the Roads and Highways Ministry. And you cannot understand. So if the contractor had no authorization, why then did you introduce him to the community? Why then did you send media men to catch up for the construction? And local journalists have been asking these questions on radio. And you know what the MP has done? He's rather sent the people asking the questions to court. He's instituted a lawsuit against them for asking why he has decided not to pay attention to the roads and leaving residents in an uncomfortable situation. So in fact, I think this one would require the central government's intervention to bring relief to the people in Gomoa East, because businesses are crippling. Residents who are living in the area are having serious implications on their health.
Akwesi, some of the residents say that due to the deplorable nature of the road, transport fares have also increased. In your journey to this community, did you encounter anything of such?
Yes, it's really difficult. You heard that woman say that sometimes for a journey that will have taken you about, let's say, 50 cities, suppose you are even hiring a taxi. Sometimes it takes you over 150 cities. And that is thrice of the usual fare. And this would not be ideal for any business. Most importantly, for the people who are running small-scale businesses. If you are spending huge amount on transportation, how much profit are you going to make at the end of the day? So businesses keep folding up. And it's even difficult for people to access healthcare. There is no publicly run or public-run health facility in the area. So people rely heavily on a private hospital. And I had a small engagement with management. And what they are telling me that sometimes when people visit them under precarious conditions and there is a need for the individual to be referred to another facility, you would even call ambulances and they will fail to come. And even if they would show up, it would take quite a lengthy period for them to come. And at that time, the patient may be in a moribund situation or
This heartbreaking, very, very sad story of the people of Gomoa District.
So this is really urgent, really ought to be done about this situation.
All
right, thank you very much. I don't know how we're going to fix this, but definitely something needs to be done to fix. Yes, the Pentecost Convention Center has stepped in. There's been an intervention and all of that, but still,
and the fact that
there's
this
a challenge.
is the 15th time in the space of 3 years for them to undertake a resheeping exercise in the area, tells how committed they are about it. And I was shocked for a member of parliament to allegedly, take along a contractor and carry media people along to go and, cut sort or whatever for construction of a permanent remedy for these people, only for later to be revealed that the person didn't have any authorization or from the Rules and Highway Ministry. What was the source of the fund? What really was it to deceive the? No, I think that's something we will follow and bring you updates on that. Barclays to the Pentecost Convention Center, and I think other social corporate society companies and organizations and communities, wherever you are, when you find a challenge in the community, you are part and parcel of the community. As a result, come in your little way that you can help address the issue. Right. So this has been our community focus segment right here on Breakfast Daily. We're going for a quick break. When we come back, the show continues.
The entries are in and the marking has officially begun. Who will make it to level 2 of the Literacy Challenge 2026? Listen out for randomly selected entries on Branch in the City and the Traffic Avenue on 97.3 City FM and on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. The top 100 contestants from across Ghana's 16 regions will be announced on Tuesday, 11th August 2026. Next up is level 2, the aptitude test. The top 100 contestants from across Ghana to make it to the next round shall take part in a written aptitude test on Sunday, 16th August 2026 at 12:30 p.m. at the British Council, Accra. Stay tuned, the journey continues. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV, and it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, Advocate Publishing, Tema Oil Refinery, and Delhi Group.
The Community Tracker is a parliamentary accountability project, a collaborative initiative between Channel 1 TV and the African Center for Parliamentary Affairs. Serving as an evidence-based project, Community Tracker documents and assesses development projects across constituencies in Ghana. The initiative includes the development of an attractive database map that identifies and tracks infrastructure projects, making information publicly available and promoting greater accountability. The program empowers communities to identify their priority development needs, monitor project implementations, and hold duty bearers accountable for the delivery of public services. It provides visibility for members of parliament who are delivering tangible development outcomes in their constituencies. Through the tracking and documentation of constituency-level projects, the program seeks to strengthen accountability in public infrastructure delivery while giving communities a meaningful voice in evaluating the impact of development interventions. The Community Tracker airs on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. with repeat broadcasts on Tuesdays 11 a.m. and Saturdays 5:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
All right, you're welcome back. This is still Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV with me, Dede Davis, and Wahab. We are now about to talk about the This is Ghana exhibition 2026. Ha!
Fire is going to be interesting.
Yeah. And the This is Ghana exhibition is a platform where if you're a business that is into, homegrown production, you can be on this platform to showcase your products and services to a global platform. And I'm saying global because our platform is not just any, Kokwasa platform like that. It's an international platform. So if you are having that opportunity to showcase your business, then you should know that the rest of the world is getting to know about your business. And we have our events mistress, head of events and partnerships here at Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM, Frema Edunyame, to still talk about it because maybe it hasn't entered the ears very well. So we'll keep drumming on it till, you accept it that this is Ghana exhibition. You have to be part of it. Miss Frems, good morning.
Good morning, Didi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you? Am I?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. I mean, this is Ghana. I have.
In a corporate way.
Yeah.
Right. So where are we with This is Ghana exhibition?
So if we were marching to the place, literally we probably would be very close to the Red Runabout, so we are almost at the venue.
That's a few meters away.
Exactly. So it means that we are almost at the venue. So
all is set.
Yeah, all is set. We are just waiting for 29th and 30th.
Hi. Yeah. So if I'm a Ghanaian business owner and I'm still contemplating whether this is the right platform for me, what would be that thing that you would tell me to convince me to be part of?
Well, then it also means that you're contemplating where you want to take your business, because by now, if you are a business owner, who is very interested in pushing your services, your products, your innovations to the next level, then you know about This is Ghana. We've been here and every year we are recording the number of businesses who come to exhibit increasing. And so if you are not sure yet, then I also dare say that you also are not sure where you want to take your business. For those who are sure, for those who are looking at taking advantage of platforms like these, they have exhibited. We have over 150 companies already registered. And so at this point, we are your payment securing your slots. And so This is Ghana. Businesses know about it. They take advantage of it. And their businesses are growing.
Wow.
This is Ghana, but someone may be there but still wondering, this is Ghana, what exactly can I bring, can I bring on display on that particular day, days? Are we considering everything or we have selected products that we're looking forward to?
We are considering everything. This is Ghana is not industry specific. This is Ghana is, as the name suggests, everything that gives us our identity as Ghanaians. So we are talking about tangibles and intangibles. So products, services, innovations, everything can be packaged and sold to people, ideas, names, products, everything, And so This is Ghana. Once you are a Ghanaian company, once what you are doing is done right here at home, this platform is yours. So you don't also have to be a very big company, a very small company. SMEs, large companies, homegrown businesses, startups, we are all coming together to promote. This is our best way to promote Ghana. All right. And so regardless of what you are into, if you've added value to what you are doing, there's a difference between Agri-Fair, for instance, and This is Ghana. So you can be a plantain farmer. You can be a cocoa farmer. Now, the cocoa, the raw ones, you can bring to the Agri-Fair. The moment we are now talking about, cocoa, we are talking about chocolates, we are talking about cosmetics, we are talking about this, then we are talking about This is Ghana. So once you've added a bit of value to whatever it is you are doing, this event is for you. So if you are, for instance, into plantain chips, well packaged, you want to export, This is Ghana is for you. If you are into automobile and you do your assembling right here in Ghana, This is Ghana is for you. If you are a tertiary institution in Ghana providing quality service, teaching people, This is Ghana is for you. If you are a hotel, if you are a financial institution, so it is not sector specific, it's not for any particular industry. It is for all businesses who are working in Ghana, who are creating whatever it is they are doing right here in Ghana.
Wahab, you know, last year there was this product on display, packaged Amani. And I was shocked
to have
seen that at This Is Ghana.
Yeah. I don't know if it was at the stand of CSIR.
Yeah, I think that's
And for me, why personally I also go in to our exhibitions and fairs is the fact that I also go in as a Ghanaian. I'm also going to buy. You know, you've spoken about Amane, you've spoken about, you know, the catfish, the dried ones and all. The difficulty is sometimes when you're buying it on the local markets, you know, how it is preserved, how it's displayed. Recently, we're talking about how we dry our fish, you know, and all that on the floor, the sand, the this. When you're eating and you bite on a stone, it takes your appetite away. But if we have products like these, you know, everyday products that we consume coming from institutions like CSIR, then you know that quality is assured, its safety is assured. You don't have to do so much because they clean it. So they have the mushrooms, they have dried fish, they have this, they have all that. Okay. And for me, another thing is you come in, you have direct access to the manufacturers. So these are not people, middlemen that we are dealing with. Okay, so you can take contacts, you can get the proper information on the product or the services that you are getting. You ask all the questions. It is, you know, in times past, we've had institutes, businesses like admission checkers. All right. And I think that these are guys who are doing so much. And at all times, we should know, because it doesn't really, in quote, make a lot of sense when you have to buy about 5 forms because you are doing matra and matre. Because you're doing A way, B way. At least you know that these are the grades I had. This is the course I can do. This is the institution. It saves everybody time. It saves you money and all that. So This Is Ghana, apart from the businesses coming to exhibit, and a product like admission checkers, if you're not at This Is Ghana, we won't know you. You know, so you take advantage of the platform, and it's also an amazing platform for patrons, you know, those who are not coming to exhibit anything, but want to know what products are on the market, what solutions are on the market. I often say that we talk about Ghana, we are importing everything. We are not, you know, exporting so much. We don't have this here, we don't have this here. But I ask myself, where have you visited to find what you are looking for? So you are sitting at home and you want a bottle of water. Because they don't sell a bottle of water in your corner store, you limit your space and think that This Is Ghana.
True.
You know, but this is not it.
Yeah.
I don't think that you live in Achimota. You've not gone to the shops in Usu. You've not gone to the shops in Bolga. You've not visited Daboya to see what is there. But the great thing with This Is Ghana is we are bringing all these businesses to one space. And so it makes it easier for you to know that, okay, so the next time I'm looking for a made in Ghana tablet to buy, I can visit Dede Industries. The next time I'm looking for a flower vase, I can visit Wahab Industries. Okay. Even if you are not buying on the 29th and 30th of August, at least on 1st September when you want to buy, you know where to go to. You get it from the original source. So if you go, you encounter any challenge, you know the right people to talk to. Businesses are also coming in to foster partnerships. All right. So you are into vehicle assembling here in Ghana. There are also people who are into, let's say, battery production. Why can't you come together instead of importing all these, you know, comes with a huge cost and I mean, the stress, the time, exactly, you know, so it's a platform for us to come. So the name is not just for fun, you know, we mean that this is indeed Ghana. If you are serious about building our country, if you are serious about pushing Ghana as a brand, don't forget that we have countries that advertise themselves. When you're watching the World Cup and stuff, we have the Qatar, we have the Dubai, we have the South Africans. I mean, marketing their countries as a brand. We should be looking at things like that. So we are coming together to push Ghana forward as a brand to say that, look, if you're looking for products, if you're looking for building businesses, this is the space you have to be in.
And beyond the collaboration, I think it also gives people a business idea.
Absolutely.
So you are someone, you are confused, you don't know which business venture to go into. It's a platform where you would see a lot and decide where you want to
be.
Yeah.
You're so spot on, because sometimes the very things that you are looking for, you can go into that business as well.
Yeah.
So you are looking for fugu to buy in Accra. You're not getting a variety of colors and all that. We have businesses coming from Tamale, businesses coming from Bolga, coming from Savannah, you know, all these places. What if you decide that, let me be a retailer?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are not the one producing. You are not also the one who is going to buy everything, but you become the
middleman,
the middle person to say that, okay, now if you're looking for this, I take it upon myself.
Yeah.
How about you getting some of these packaged dried fish and all that to say that, look, all the dried fish we have in the area are the ones that you go and get from the local market. But I am giving you a value-added dried fish, well packaged. If you buy it on stone, come back for your money.
Ready to go. You don't have to
You get it.
be peeling
Exactly.
it.
You don't have to do so much. So it's also a way of promoting employment, all right, in our space. And we go for This is Ghana exhibition with this mindset, you know, so we are not just going to buy the fish and eat, you understand, not just about crime matters, but we can also do business with this as well. So of course, you can also come in, it gives you business ideas and stuff like that that you can also do. You can get a side hustle. That extra money would help.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're watching and you're wondering, oh, Mukra, you are a media house, you're supposed to inform us, entertain us with this is the reason why we are doing this, to push Ghana, you know, to the globe and all that. And Ms. Rims,
yes,
let's look at this, you know, for the businesses. Someone is watching, is still not certain. Aside, you know, getting in contact with direct customers, you know, potential business partners, what else are they going to get at the center, the reason why they have to be there?
We are also answering some of the basic questions, okay? Like now your products are on the shelves of supermarkets in Ghana. How about getting your products in Togo? How about getting your products in Nigeria? You understand? And it is doable. You visit some of these, when you travel outside Ghana, you see some products made in South Africa, made in this. Look at what South Africa is doing with their wines.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing same with our chocolates? Why are we not doing same thing with our fashion sense? Why are we not? Look, we've been able to package our tourism. We can do more.
Yeah.
We can now break it down to say that, okay, so when I'm in Ghana, which area should I go? What should I be eating? Our food is also tourism. So why are we not, you know, pushing these things? And that is why it's important for you to come, because we have the clinics that would also happen. So you are looking for, you're looking at scaling up your business. You are a small scale business. You want to become medium scale. All right. How are you? Who is going to fund it? You don't have it. Can you talk to, let's say, EcoBank to say that, okay, if I want to go to the next level, how can you help me? What do I need? Sometimes you don't need much, but you sit back at home and think that this is not for me. You know, sometimes even the building of the financial institution scares you.
Yeah.
You feel you don't have the suit like Wahab to even wear to you understand?
Yeah.
And the thing too is sometimes you go to some of these institutions, you're going to now go through, send your letter to the front desk person. Chances are that it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
That letter won't go anywhere. But you get to This is Ghana, we have the right people there to talk to you. All right. So it is not just coming to exhibit, it's also coming in to get some theories on how you can scale up, how you can move your business to the next level. So it's a giveaway.
Yeah, it's a giveaway. Indeed, it is. So again, when is it happening? What time? And then there will be a kids corner.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there will be a kids corner.
Because This is Ghana is a family event.
Yeah.
So we are talking about everybody in the family. As I've mentioned, you know, it's products and services from all over the place. So whilst we have those who have finished senior high school, you know, thinking of where I can go, we have the financial institutions there. I probably am not thinking about which financial institution I'm going to. I probably am thinking of my next car. All right. So the children are also thinking about being bored. They've been to school the whole week. So we just want to go and jump around and play and all that. So we are all coming together. Let the children go and play. Let daddy go and think of, you know, the next car he's going to get for himself and for mommy. All right. Let mommy also look at the cosmetics out there and other things you can also get, like packaged foods and all that. Let grandma them think of the no sugar drinks they can also get, and all that. So it's an event for everybody. So the children are taken care of. Because we know you are coming with the children, and because we know it's a whole day affair, we also have the food court. So you don't have any excuse to say that, oh, I can just stay for an hour or two.
Yeah.
You can just go around, do your first, when you get at the exhibition grounds, just go around, don't buy it. Okay, window shop and be taking notes, be taking notes.
Yeah.
And then come back, get some drinks, get some grills, let it sink properly. Go back and do your first round of shopping. And then come back, get some proper meals, because we are talking this is Ghana. So the meals are also very Ghanaian. So get something to eat, sit down, wash it down with some good chilled drinks, go back, do your second round of shopping. Let the kids play. The energy is there. Because we'll be moving towards the evening where we'll have an amazing, business, they bring Adriane Kakra, entertainment, they bring, so it's a whole, a holistic event, all in one. So you get everything. So we have the food court, we have the Grills Village, and we have the Kids Corner as well.
So how can businesses, corporate entities and all that who want to be part of this exhibition get to be part?
Just give us a call on 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973.
The interesting part is for me is for our patrons and customers who are going to be there free.
Oh, yeah,
it's free. Yeah, it's free.
It's free,
Absolutely
so
free.
just come, take business cards, take flyers, take a mental picture of everything that is on display, do your shopping, buy food, come and dance, let's just jam, shopping, it's everything. You go home very tired, you go take a shower, get a good sleep, knowing that you've sorted yourself out with, yesterday a sister of mine visited and I was telling them about, so I was in Tamale for the Northern Business. They said, Tamale, they have original shea butter. I said, I have the original shea butter. Exactly. So this is the beauty of, especially when you know that this is authentic, this is original. These days, because of Northern Business Fair, because of This is Ghana, it's very, very difficult for me to buy diluted stuff and things. No. I feel I have access to the
right
authentic
source.
So why do I want to go and buy something that shea butter in it is like 15%? When I can have 100% shea butter? So this is what This is Ghana is all about.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This is Ghana. This is Ghana. This is Ghana. This is Ghana. If you miss it, it's your loss.
If
You would have to wait.
you lose.
Yeah,
exactly.
you have to wait till
Yeah,
next
yeah.
year to have this exhibition again.
Exactly.
And Miss Frems has said it all. I don't know why you're still contemplating as to whether you want to be part of this or not. From the 29th to the 30th of August 2026, we will be at the Afua Sutherland Children's Park.
Yeah.
We're providing you a global platform to showcase your business, to showcase your service to the rest of the world. And those who have registered and don't want to pay, I beg you, make payment to secure your spot.
First come, first serve.
Yes.
Before you
no
become,
mercy for the
before you
cripple.
end up, transitioning from exhibitor to patron. Exactly.
Yes.
Because you know that my product could have been here. My product should have been
but
here.
because you didn't
But because you
pay,
decided that, you do last minute, like always.
No last
so,
minute
no, we
business.
are not going to do that. And a big thank you to our sponsors.
Yes.
MTN and
Everywhere
EcoBank.
you go.
Exactly.
Thank you
Yes.
very much for holding us down. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll delve into the world of sports.
Looking for everything made in Ghana? All in one place? Then get ready. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is here. A bold celebration of Ghanaian creativity, innovation, and excellence. From rich traditional crafts to modern cutting-edge solutions, experience the very best of Ghanaian products and services. Explore excellence across key sectors, including automobile, agriculture, education, health, hospitality, fashion, technology, food and beverages, creative arts, beauty, retail, and more. This is the biggest Made in Ghana fair, bringing together SMEs, startups, manufacturers, local creators, indigenous corporate bodies, entrepreneurs, and innovative businesses all under one roof. Discover brands redefining quality. Connect with industry leaders and innovators. Experience the energy of Ghanaian enterprise and creativity. The date is 29th and 30th of August 2026. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Venue, the A4 Sutherland's Children's Park. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973 to register. Come explore, come connect, come be inspired. Discover the brands redefining Made in Ghana and experience the future of Ghanaian excellence. The This is Ghana Exhibition 2026 is powered by Channel One TV with support from City FM. This is Ghana Exhibition 2026, celebrating Ghana, showcasing excellence. In part 2 of our special series on stress management, we go beyond recognizing stress to discovering practical habits, healthy boundaries, and daily choices that restore balance and bring lasting peace. Whether your stress comes from work, family, finances, or personal expectations, this conversation is for you.
Welcome to Lifeline, my dear friend. Research shows that chronic stress is silently affecting millions, emotionally, mentally, and physically. But resilience means learning how to bend without breaking. And with the right mindset, support, and faith, you can rise stronger through life's pressures. What daily habits can we cultivate that will help us to manage stress well?
I said you could sit in the office and do it. You could also play some music.
Okay.
You can read Bible verses that encourage you or strengthen your faith. You can think about great things that happened in the past.
Lifeline airs every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. only on Channel One TV. Were you at the 2026 edition of the Back to Your Village Food Festival? If not, then join us in reliving the entire festival through the Back to Your Village Food Festival playbacks, from the food to the music and to the cultural displays. We will take you back to your village, be it a Kan, in the south, or in the northern parts of Ghana. Experience it all over again with us this August by catching all the playbacks right here on Channel One TV. And if you missed the announcement the last time, make sure you look sharp next time. The 2026 edition of the Back to Your Village Food Festival was sponsored by EcoBank, Gino, Didi Chateau, Munchie Biscuits, Everpack, National Petroleum Authority, and supported by Jibu Water and Trillium Industrial Company Limited.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel One Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support.
Okay. There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issue.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello again and welcome to the show. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. It's time now to delve into the world of sports and bring you the update, what is happening in there. And we have Yao Ejeminta of the Channel 1 Sports. Yao.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm sad.
I'm not surprised.
I'm really sad.
Oh.
What happened? Where did we go wrong?
Where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? We went wrong on a lot of areas, or in a lot of areas. So, for starters, we had a good start. Yeah, Chantal Boy Loka got the goal inside 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And we had a good spell of momentum, good possession. And then the breakdown in defense started happening. And so you look at the first goal that we conceded, for instance. Yes, it was a deflection. It was the goal came off a deflection. But you look at the amount of space, you look at the amount of time that the player had to position herself and strike that ball that led to the deflection. Yeah, it was very, very poor in that sense. You shouldn't be able to leave their most dangerous player alone and give them that much chance and that much time. And then you look at the second goal, for instance, Amadou, her positional awareness was off. I mean, because the ball was floated in from the right side and coming in. And she was anticipating that she'd be able to get to the ball. And she made the move. There was an interception. And yeah, she was out of position. And yeah, that finish was very calmly delivered. And yeah, Ghana ended up missing out on an automatic qualification to the 2027 Women's World Cup that will take place in Brazil.
So now we have to play Cote d'Ivoire?
Yes. We have to go through a series of qualifiers before we can get to qualify to that World Cup. So by making it to the semi-finals, we would have secured an automatic qualification. Right now, Africa's 4 representatives are secured. So all the countries that have made it to the semi-finals, they've qualified to the World Cup. So Morocco, Algeria, Cameroon, and Malawi. And for Malawi, this is a brilliant story in the sense that this is their first time competing in the WAFCON, the Women's AFCON. And they've made it to the World Cup. And yesterday, you could see the folks were crying, their coaches were crying because it was an immense achievement. No one expected them to be able to qualify.
But you know, football has changed.
Football has changed. And that's where there's a bit of a major disappointment because prior to this competition, Ghana beat Malawi 4-0 in a friendly game. And then we met Mali and we ended up losing to Malawi. And so, yeah, that's the disappointing bit. And in that sense, you understand where the Malawi folks are coming from and why it is such a big deal for them. Because prior to 2 years ago, they were nobodies. They were minnows.
Like the Cape Verde story.
And then they managed to qualify from the Kusafa region, the southern part of Africa, and then they've made it to the AFCON. And in their first try, they've qualified to the World Cup. That's very disappointing for Ghana in the sense that you finished third at the last Women's AFCON. And this time around, you couldn't even make it to the semi-finals. So yeah, that's the disappointing bit. And the fact that you lost to a country that you beat prior to the competition. And yeah, they don't rank on the same level as Ghana, Malawi. I mean, yeah, they are minus.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, yeah, Ghana couldn't get the job done. And so, yeah, we have not secured an automatic qualification to the World Cup. So what that means is that on Thursday, we'll have to beat Cote d'Ivoire. We'll have to beat Cote d'Ivoire. We beat Cote d'Ivoire, then we'll qualify to the intercontinental playoffs.
Okay.
And so at the intercontinental playoffs, there are two phases. So phase one, we'll play 3 games against, one against a representative from Oceania, one against a representative from the AFC, and one representative from, I believe, CONCACAF. And then once we qualify, then we'll go and play another series of games against a representative from UEFA CONMEBOL.
Hey,
that's a long journey.
That's a very long journey. So because it's not just us, it's Ghana and it's not just us. It's the winner of that playoff game between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, and the winner of that playoff game between Nigeria and South Africa. So the 4 representatives, they've qualified. There's 4 semi-finalists, they've qualified automatically. Now, the quarterfinalists, the losing quarterfinalists, they also have their mini competition. So South Africa lost to Morocco, very good game. And they'll be playing against Nigeria because Nigeria lost to Cameroon, in their quarterfinal matchup. So that's one half of the mini African intercontinental playoff qualifiers. And then we will have to take on Cote d'Ivoire on Thursday. So we beat Cote d'Ivoire, we give ourselves a chance at qualifying to next year's World Cup. It will be very long, but
very, very
at the end of the
day,
all hope isn't lost. So we'll see how things go from
we
here.
still have something to rely on.
Yeah, something. We have something.
What's that something?
The thing is, we still are in contention to qualify to the World Cup. As long as it may seem, we still are in contention. But I mean, everyone would agree with me that it would have been best to just beat Malawi. You beat Malawi, then you can display that banner. Yes, we've qualified to the World Cup. But unfortunately, our girls couldn't get it done.
But what actually went wrong this time around? Looking at the fact that previous competitions, our ladies, have really give it out. And this time, just like that, midway.
Yes, I think our folks had just a bad tournament. I mean, a lot of our key players, Alice Kusi, you look at Jennifer Kujo, Chantel Boyloka, Evelyn Medu this time did a bit better than she did last year. Doris Buedua. Yeah, it just didn't happen. Grace Santua did very well. Portia Boache did well. You look at even Josephine Bonsu. It wasn't even her best performance. Then you also look at the coach. I think he made some changes a little bit late, a little bit late on.
Earlier.
Earlier in the competition, I like that yesterday he made that move to accommodate Comfort Yeboah. She's a very good player, and because of that, he had to move Josephine Bonsu to the left side to play as a left fullback. And so, he did make some changes, but I think he came a little bit too late in that sense. And from the coaching perspective, I would have loved that he did a bit better. And from a player or perspective, I would have loved that a lot of the key players would have done better. I think so. It's a combination of those two. And once you have the coaching being or falling a bit short, and the player quality and production also falling a bit short, it comes together and it gives off a bad run. And that's what culminated in us missing out on an automatic qualification to next
long road.
Very long road. That's why I remember I even tweeted that the journey of the Black Queens to next year's World Cup will be longer than Odysseus, the Odyssey's path to home. So that's the bit about the Black Queens.
I'm impressed by the debutants, especially Cabo.
And they really show that give them some time. If they're able to sustain this level of improvement, they will be a beater. They will be a beater on the African stage, because per what they showed, there were some very good flashes in their play. I know at this point Malawi, have made a statement, and it's not just what it does presently, it's what is likely to come. Because you look at Malawi football, nothing much.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, these girls show up and you're going to the World Cup.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. And what is likely to follow is that you have this strong wave of young girls also coming through, picking up football, and also building on what these girls have done. And it's the same thing we are seeing in Cape Verde. As soon as they qualified to the World Cup, you saw this giant wave of momentum sweeping across the country, sweeping through the country. And now their women have made it to the AFCON for the first time. They did well. They couldn't qualify to the knockout stages, but it has set the precedence, it has set the tone for them to be able to build on. And that's the biggest takeout from this tournament, or from this run that you've had Malawi go on.
Let's talk about what's happening on the transfer market.
Oh yeah, on the transfer market, big stuff happening. Lucas Dean, who plays for France, he's made a move to PSG. He was with Aston Villa for the past like 3-4 years. He's made a move to PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. He started his career there 10 years ago, moved over to Barcelona for a while, and then he moved over to Everton, moved over to Aston Villa, and now he's returning home. I mean, he's French, and I see this as more or less the closing chapter in his career. Because
why?
Oh yeah, I mean, because he started out at PSG, moved over to Spain, moved over to Everton, moved over to Aston Villa, and now he's returning to PSG. He's a bit older in age, and so I do see this as the closing chapter in his career. And he signed a 2-year deal, and very likely to be the closing chapter in his career. Very fine player. And so, congratulations to him. And then you remember Morocco's run at the 2026 World Cup. There was this 18-year-old called Ayoub Wadi. He was born in France, grew up in France. He was playing for the French under-20 earlier this year. Then he decided that, okay, my path to a regular starting position in France is going to be very difficult. My parents are Moroccan, so you know what? I'm switching over to Morocco. And then boom, just like that, he ended up going to the World Cup. Played very well, and he's being chased by a lot of teams. But word coming into the studio is that Manchester City, they've agreed personal terms with him. And so what that means is that they will have to move over to the club that he plays for, Lille, in the French league, and then engage in some conversations with the club and strike a deal. Once they strike a deal, pay the money, then Ayoub Wadi will move over to Manchester City, knowing very well that Manchester City are likely going to pay a hefty amount. On top of they already shelling over 100 million pounds to get Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. And so that's the bit on PSG and Manchester City.
What of Mo Salah?
Mo Salah, he's moved over to Trabzonspor. And it is a big deal. He's moved over to Trabzonspor in Turkey. A lot of people are saying, oh, why didn't he move over to Saudi Arabia? Because he would have had a lot of money there and all of those things. But the Trabzonspor deal is nothing to sneeze at, because he'll be making over 20 million pounds a year, and then he has a 20% share, or a 20% takeout in the jerseys that they sell. He has a 20% stake in it. And so that's major money. And on top of that, I always say this, that the Saudi side is not for everyone. I mean, you know how people like to move around, do things. You can't always do those things in Saudi Arabia. Very restrictive. And so it's not for everyone. Not everyone can live there. So though the money is good, is great, but at the end of the day, you also have to factor in the lifestyle.
Life must go on.
And it's not just you. A lot of the athletes, once they reach a certain stage, it goes beyond just you. You are looking at your wife, how your wife will settle in. You are looking at your children, the school they will go to, how would the environment be like. All of those things, they factor it into their decision making. And so if you are in a place like Turkey, which is part Europe, part Asia. You have all the liberties, a lot of the liberties that you have in Saudi Arabia, and the money is good. On top of that, the league is more competitive than the Saudi league. Yeah, why wouldn't you make that move? And so, yeah, I understand why people will be questioning the move that, oh, why didn't you move to Saudi or even the MLS in America? But yeah, I sit back and I honestly believe that these reasons are why Mo Salah decided to go to Turkey and not America or Saudi Arabia. And so for Liverpool fans to, fingers crossed on Bradley Barcola. Yeah, the French international. Yeah, I understand that they have the green light to negotiate for his potential transfer from PSG to Liverpool. So yeah, we're keeping an eye out on that.
Interesting things on the transfer market.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for bringing us all the scoop in the world of sports. This has been our show for today.
Very insightful.
Yeah. It's been fun. Anyway, catch you again same time tomorrow, 7 a.m., bright and early. I am Didi Davis.
And I am Wahab Abdul-Razak. Thank you very much for tuning in and enjoying the rest of our programs.
Bye.